Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the pitcher's mound where we will be having a ceremonial first pitch. Tonight's first pitch is being thrown out by the media broadcast team to the Firebirds.
On an 82-degree Tuesday evening here at Eldridge Park, it is the third and final game of this three-game homestand as the Orleans Firebirds look to go over 500 against the Wareham Gatemen right here on the Birds Broadcast Network. And hi again, everybody. Gareth Kwok alongside my partner, Carlo Jimenez. Glad you could join us. Well, Orleans picked up its third win of the summer yesterday against Harwich with a 2-1 victory. It wasn't necessarily the prettiest way to win. The offense has driven only 2 runs in the last 2 games. But if you look over on the pitching side, the Orleans pitching has been superb, allowing only 1 run in the last 18 straight innings. Can the offense and pitching sync up again against Wareham? We will find out tonight. But first, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, who's over by the first base dugout for more. Noah? And Noah, whenever you're ready, take it away with our keys to the game.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Sorry for the delay there, but another opportunity for the Firebirds to get revenge over Wareham. Game 2. Game 1, tough loss at Wareham, 6-4, but tonight could be the start of a great stretch for the Firebirds, able to get off the schneid and stop what was literally a 17-inning scoreless streak. And that brings me to my key to the game. I'm going to keep it short. I'm going to keep it tight, and this one is important, guys. And it's the fact that the Firebirds need to start a streak with the bats. You got the 2 runs off the board, and talking to some of the guys after the game, like, you could tell that was a big relief off their backs. The fact that, you know, they're finally able to get a run across the board, deliver in those clutch situations. So let's make that a pattern between tonight against Wareham, tomorrow against Katuitt, going into the off day. I think that's going to be very important to keep those bats going and let them get hot. That will help the pitchers who have been pitching phenomenally of late get more run support. In the end, equals a W in the win column. Guys, that's all I got for my key to the game for now, but I'll send it off to you guys for the anthem.
All right, thanks so much, Noah. Firebirds in their white uniforms, their white vests with the red numbers, white pants, and the red caps have taken the field. But first, let's hear our national anthem.
First year we had an assistant, but he didn't go out a lot.
Dedicated to singing careers of men and women who protect and serve our nation. We will be back later to sing God Bless America with some of the threat. Happy to have all of us together. We invite you to sing along.
By the dawn's early light, what so proud so
very nice rendition of our national anthem. Looked like there were just a bit of technical issues on the microphone there here at Eldridge, but nevertheless the show goes on. The performance continues. Very nicely done. Let's look now at the starting lineup for Wareham for manager Don Snetton. Leading off will be Jim Jarvis, the rising sophomore from University of Alabama. He will play shortstop. Batting second is Tommy Troy, playing his first game of the summer with the Gatemen. The second baseman from Stanford will hit second. Hitting third will be Cade Kern, rising sophomore from Ohio State. He'll play right field. Owen Diodati will hit cleanup, the left fielder from Alabama, and the Cape Cod Baseball League Player of the Week from last week. He'll hit fourth. Batting fifth will be Jimmy Crooks, the rising sophomore catcher from Oklahoma. Hitting sixth will be Justin Williams, the third baseman from Penn State. And then hitting seventh, Angelo Despina from Mercer. He'll play first base. Hitting eighth will be Jack Brannigan, rising sophomore from Notre Dame. He will be the DH. And then batting ninth will be Tres Gonzalez, a rising sophomore from Georgia Tech. He will play center field. The defensive alignment for Orleans tonight, Rylan Thomas will play left field, Jared McKenzie out in center, Connor Cox in right. And then in the infield, Tyler Locklear at third, Jordan Sprinkle at shortstop, Jace Young at second base. With Arkansas first baseman Matt Goodhart getting his first start of the summer at first. And behind the plate doing the catching is the Kent State catcher Justin Mickness. For tonight's starting pitcher, the rising sophomore from James Madison University, Chase DeLauder, who pitched on Thursday against Katuitt in an opener role. Chase went one inning, gave up one hit, no runs, no walks, and he did strike out one. And so the left-hander, who the coaching staff, Kelly Nicholson, told us before the game, Chase, this is going to be his time just to, again, throw an inning and just set the tone for Orleans before giving way to Connor Thurman, who will likely go after DeLauder after DeLauder is done. So here is first pitch to Jim Jarvis, a fastball on the outside corner at 84 miles an hour. And the first pitch is at 6:59 p.m. local time here in Orleans. A one pitch is tapped foul just in front of home plate, and it's now 0-2. Umpires for tonight's game behind the plate calling balls and strikes is Sparky Burns. At first base, Louis DeLuise. And then at third, Larry Rosenberg. Here's the 0-2 pitch from DeLauder. And a breaking ball, and it hits Jarvis on the leg. DeLauder tapping his chest, telling Justin Mickness, that's my bad, that's on me. And so DeLauder able to get ahead 0-2, but he gives up the leadoff man, and that's how this game gets started on a hit-by-pitch. And speaking of hit-by-pitches, Carlo, Orleans pitching, they lead the Cape League with hit-by-pitches with 11. First pitch to Tommy Troy is outside for ball one. So now make that 12 hits batsman on the summer from Orleans pitching. DeLauder will throw the first to check on Jim Jarvis. Here's a right-handed hitting Tommy Troy from Stanford. Just came from the College World Series in Omaha. Right-handed hitter playing second base tonight. First pitch is on the outside corner. Pardon me, that was the 1-0 pitch. Count even at one now to Tommy Troy, who hit .247 with 10 home runs and 28 runs batted in on the spring for the Cardinal. 1-1 pitch is outside. Mickness, ball gets away from him momentarily. 2-1 now. Wareham coming into this game with a record of 2-4-1. This is their 8th game of the summer. Orleans with a record of 3-3-1. DeLauder with a look over at first. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. DeLauder with an 86-mile-an-hour fastball. He's not going to blow you away with velocity whatsoever, but he's got that mid to high 80s fastball, and he does have a slider and a curve that he can throw from time to time as well. It's 2-2 to Troy. Here it is. Fastball just off the outside. Good pitch from DeLauder. Count runs full 3-2 with Cade Kern on deck for Wareham. Jim Jarvis, the runner at first. We'll see if he takes off. He does not go. 3-2 pitch, and it's outside for ball 4. So a hit by pitch, and now the first walk issued by DeLauder to lead off the game, and now this brings up Cade Kern for Wareham. Kern, rising sophomore from The Ohio State University. He's hitting .250 on the summer so far, 6 hits and 24 at-bats. He does have a couple home runs, 8 runs batted in. He's been one of their standouts in the lineup. First pitch is a fastball at 84 miles an hour. Catches the outside for a called strike, 0-1. Kern, who was a true freshman for the Buckeyes, and he was their best hitter all spring long. He hit .325 with 2 home runs, 30 runs batted in for Ohio State in the Big Ten as time is called. Chase DeLauder making his second start of the summer, and he'll likely only throw an inning in the opener role once again for Orleans. Swinging a line drive foul on the 0-1, and the count even now at 1. Another good crowd here at Eldridge Park along the right field line on the hill for this Tuesday night. Sun beginning to set behind Nauset Regional Middle School. Still plenty of daylight, shadows in effect in the infield and outfield. Runners are going. Ball gets away from Mickness as it's way outside, and everyone's going to move up 90 feet. And so Chase DeLauder has run himself into quite the jam here as Mickness now will jog out and have a conversation to try and calm down his starting pitcher. And here comes now pitching coach Matt Troop. And he'll make the slow walk out there. Or he's going to have a conversation actually with home plate umpire Sparky Burns first.
With Owen Diodati on deck, I mean, you're starting to get a little dangerous with the best hitter in the Cape in the week in terms of hitting for power due up. And now no forces on the base paths.
So DeLauder now will work from the windup. 1-2 pitch. Kern takes in the dirt. Count even at 2 now to Kern. So Jarvis advances to third on the stolen base. Troy advances to second on the wild pitch is the official scoring. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kern. Here it is. Breaking ball outside. Easy take for Kern. It's 3-2 now. With Owen Diodati on deck for Wareham, the best hitter on the Cape right now in terms of power. A home run leader. 3-2. Kern swings and foul tips one into the mitt of Mickness. A big strikeout for Chase DeLauder. And there's 1 away now here in the top of the first.
It's a huge strikeout there for DeLauder. Able to finally get it out. He's been close. I mean, the hit by pitch to Jarvis wasn't close, but the Tommy Troy at bat, thought maybe he had strike 3 on a 3-1 pitch. So it's not like he's been way out of control to open up this ball game.
Here's Diodati, the rising sophomore from the University of Alabama. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball right down the middle. Diodati can't make contact. 0-1 now. The Cape League Player of the Week after he went 9 for 20 with 3 home runs and 9 runs batted in. He's tied for the league in homers. Swings at the 0-1 pitch and pops one up in the shallow left field. Jordan Sprinkle going back there. Now the left fielder Rylan Thomas, he'll make the catch. And bluffing the tag is Jarvis at third, and so a nice job once again by Chase DeLauder to get a non-productive out against one of the best hitters right now, and there's 2 down.
And just little things, Gareth. Last time when we were at Wareham, Ryland was in center field and made a throwing error that allowed in a Wareham run. Today he's playing left and a nice throw in to keep the runner at third. Defense playing well behind him, and Chase unable to get out of this inning.
Orleans has the best fielding percentage in the league so far, just a little over a week in. They have just 2 errors on the summer so far as Jimmy Crooks swings and misses at the first pitch. Down and outside, 0-1.
Changeup was at 72 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's a much slower velocity that these Wareham hitters have to face from the start. The 0-1 pitch. Crooks softly hit to second. Jace Young charging, has it. Throw the first in time to get Crooks out by a step. So how about Chase DeLauder? He gives up the first 2 Wareham hitters on base. They get to second and third with nobody out. He gets a strikeout, a fly out to left, and then a ground out to second, and prevents the Gatemen from coming home here in the top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first. No score here from Eldridge Park. We'll be right back here on the Birds Broadcast Network.
The Cape Cod Baseball League would like to welcome our new sponsor, Mosquito Mary's, a locally owned, family-operated business that provides all-natural mosquito and tick control services. Call 866-ASK-MARY or go to mosquitomarys.com, mention the Cape Cod Baseball League, and get your first treatment for only $29. Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It only takes 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
Well, thank you very much there, Mr. Jimenez. Let's now introduce the Orleans starting lineup for manager Kelly Nicholson. It'll go like this. Leading off once again will be the shortstop Jordan Sprinkle from UC Santa Barbara, followed by Ryland Thomas, the USC left fielder, hitting second. Hitting third will be Connor Cox, the right fielder from Long Beach State. Hitting fourth will be the Texas Tech second baseman Jace Young. Hitting fifth and making his first start of the summer is the Arkansas first baseman Matt Goodhart. He'll hit fifth. Tyler Locklear from VCU playing third base. He'll hit sixth. Chase DeLauder will hit seventh, and he'll be the DH the rest of the way moving forward. Hitting eighth is Jared McKenzie from Baylor playing center field, and then hitting ninth will be Justin Mickness, the starting catcher from Kent State. Defensively for Wareham, it'll go like this. In the outfield, Owen Diodati in left field, Tres Gonzalez in center field, Cade Kern in right field. In the infield, Justin Williams at third, Jim Jarvis at short, Tommy Troy at second, and Angelo Despina at first. And behind the plate doing the catching is Jimmy Crooks. For tonight's starting pitcher, the rising senior from Wright State, Bradley Bramer. He's a 6'6", 190-pound right-hander from Indianapolis, Indiana. He's a draft-eligible right-hander, and in 14 starts with Wright State this spring, he had an 8-4 record with a 4.11 ERA, 76 2/3 innings pitched, had 85 strikeouts over 25 walks, making his second start of the summer for Wareham. First pitch to Jordan Sprinkle, and Sprinkle lays down a bunt along the right side. Fielding it off the mound is the pitcher Bramer, and he'll toss it to first for the out to get Sprinkle in time, one away. So Jordan Sprinkle retired on one pitch. And Ryland Thomas will now dig in for Orleans. Bramer, who pitched 4 innings did not allow a run, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts against YD last Wednesday. Thomas takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Thomas is hitting .476. He has 10 hits and 21 at-bats. Takes a 92-mile-an-hour fastball below the knees for ball 1. It's 1-1. Ryland Thomas still at the top of the leaderboard in batting average with a .476 average. He takes a pitch on the inside corner for a called strike 2. It's 1-2 now. He's been such a spark plug at the top of the order for the Firebirds so far. He swings, grounds one up the middle. Fielding it is Troy on the short hop, throws on the run, and Thomas is out by a half step. Nice play by Tommy Troy, the second baseman from Stanford, to make the play on the speedy Thomas for out number 2.
Yeah, Troy didn't have huge numbers at Stanford in the batter's box, but You see why he was an everyday starter for them, a terrific defender.
Here's Connor Cox, right-hand hitter from Long Beach State, takes the first pitch up high, ball one. Cox on the summer so far, he's hitting .250 with 6 hits and 24 at-bats. He does have 4 runs batted in. Righty-on-righty matchup. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, just a bit low and outside. It's 2-0. Bramer, the right-hander, he led the Raiders in innings pitched and strikeouts. He was a workhorse for their pitching staff. Working from the windup, 2-0. Fastball is popped up, third base side. Williams will look at it, but it's going to drop foul toward Route 28. 2-1 now to Connor Cox. In 8 of his 14 starts on the bump, Bramer went at least 6 innings. So he knows how to get deep into games, and we'll see how deep he goes here today if he pitches well. And it's an Orleans offense that is just 2 runs in the last 2 games. Swing by Cox on the 2-1, and it's fouled back. It's now 2-2. Since winning against Orleans on Friday, Wareham, they've lost 2 and tied 1 over the last 3 games. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball very high, and now they count full 3-2 with Jace Young on deck. Wareham lost to Bourne 6-5 on Saturday, and they lost to Brewster 3-0 on Sunday before tying against Falmouth 3-3 yesterday. Breaking ball, and Cox gets a piece of it and stays alive. We'll do it again, 3-2. So Wareham's last win coming against Orleans on Friday when we made that road trip to Spillane Field. So they're trying to get back into the win column. Orleans coming off the win yesterday against Harwich, another pitcher's duel, winning 2-1. 3-2 pitch, Cox draws the walk as the fastball is outside for ball 4. So a nice at-bat from the Long Beach State right fielder, and this will bring up Jace Young.
Like Connor Cox, like Ryland Thomas, Gareth, they just do a good job of getting on. Whichever which way, they get aboard, and I think that's why skipper Kelly Nicholson has them at the top of the lineup.
Jace Young, left-handed hitter from Texas Tech, will stand in. Now the sun is covered by the clouds. It's gone very dark all of a sudden as Young takes the first pitch inside ball 1.
Yeah, and down the right field line, it doesn't look like the clouds that are covering the sun are going to move.
Yeah, usually the sun is still out for at least 3 or 4 innings before it decides to totally set, but it's already gone a lot darker as Cox runs on the 1-0 pitch, and Young fouls it straight back to the screen. And the count even at 1 to Jace Young, who's hitting .214 on the summer, 6 hits and 28 at-bats. He does have 5 runs batted in. However, this will be his last game in an Orleans uniform for the foreseeable future, as well as Jordan Sprinkle. They'll be headed out on a flight to the USA National Team Complex tomorrow afternoon, I should say, as a throwback from Bramer to check on Cox. He's back in safely. So Jordan Sprinkle and Jace Young, last game for them for now. Cox runs again, breaking ball outside. Here's the throw by Crooks to second. Not in time as Cox beats out the throw. So Connor Cox picking up the steal, and that's steal number 2 on the summer for him, and he's in scoring position now. Chance for Orleans to strike first here in the first. 2-1 to Young. The pitch. Bramer with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball at the knees. And the count even at 2 now. Arkansas first baseman Matt Goodhart on deck for the Firebirds if Young can reach and extend the inning. Bramer from the set. 2-2 pitch. Fastball up high as it brushes Young off the plate. Count goes full 3-2.
Gareth, you got to appreciate home plate umpire Sparky Burns. He's very loud in his calls of strikes and balls. No confusion tonight.
Always nice to have home plate umpire making the call loud and clear. 3-2. Young hits it sharply to second onto the shift. Troy in shallow right field. He'll toss it to first, and that will retire the side. 1 walk, 1 left on, and no runs for the Firebirds as we head now to the top of the second. Nothing score here from Eldridge Park. After 1, we'll be right back here on the Birds Broadcast Network.
Well, let's have our Orleans Firebirds alumni spotlight. Started this a couple of days ago. We continue today with the birthday guy, Bobby Dahlbeck. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday to Bobby. Currently with the Red Sox, hitting .211 with 10 home runs and 45 hits. Bobby was here in 2015, Gareth, on a Firebirds team that is probably going to be one of the more legendary Firebirds team in history. A team that included Kyle Lewis, Corbin Burns, went 31-12-1, and their run differential plus 86 in a 44-game season. They were plus 86 in run differential. Unfortunately, bounced by Scott Pickler and YD in the second round of the playoffs. What's new? But it is Bobby Dahlbeck's birthday. Happy birthday to Bobby Dahlbeck.
Happy birthday indeed to Bobby Dahlbeck. Again, always enjoy checking in on our former Firebirds and our alumni and seeing what they've been up to. And in this case, happy birthday to Bobby Dahlbeck. And we're now here in the top of the second, and as expected, Chase DeLather has been taken out. His night is done as the opener for the Firebirds. He'll go 1 inning with no hits, no runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. And so now Connor Thurman will come on in and pitch here, and he'll provide some long relief now for Orleans. The right-hander from the University of San Diego, a temporary player on the roster, 6 foot, 205-pounder from Mesa, Arizona, and this spring he made 16 appearances, had 10 starts, and a 6-3 record, 64 2/3 innings pitched. He had 84 strikeouts over just 28 walks, and so Connor will be making his second appearance on the summer. Thurman came on in relief against Katuitt last Thursday in the win over the Kettleers, and he pitched 3 innings, did not allow a run, only 1 hit given up, and he struck out 4. So he'll try and do that again today, and he will face off against the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for Wareham, Justin Williams, Angelo Despina, and Jack Brannigan against Connor Thurman, as the home plate umpire Sparky Burns signaled to the bird's nest, our press box here. He was telling them, turn on the lights. We need some light here. It got dark quickly, and now we need the lights on in a hurry. So they'll brighten up as we go along, but now we got a righty-on-righty matchup here as Justin Williams from Penn State takes a first pitch in tight for ball 1. So Thurman, who was the best starting pitcher in the Torero staff this season and led them to a 33-12 season in the WCC. 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, a little bit up high. Count 2-0 now to the right-hand hitting third baseman Justin Williams. Thurman likes to work from the stretch. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Looked like a slider swing and the miss there from Williams. Now 2-1 the count. Thurman will run the fastball, high 80s, low 90s, and he does have a hard slider and a changeup that he can throw as well. 2-1. Williams hammers one, well struck to center field. McKenzie going back, still going back near the fence, and he's got it out in center field. It's Death Valley out there in center here at Eldridge Park. 434 to the triangle, and Justin Williams put as good of a swing, that you could possibly have, and it's an out to lead off here in the second.
Yeah, Eldridge Park, where fly balls and balls destined to be home runs come to die. Gareth, it almost reminds me of, we're from the Bay Area, of Oracle Park before they brought the fence in.
Yeah, they had Triples Alley. 421 out there in right center, but they moved it in as Despina, left-handed hitting first baseman from Mercer, takes a first pitch strike on the outside, 0-1. Despina on the summer, he's hitting .292, 7 hits in 24 at-bats. Thurman at the set, 0-1. Low and away, count even at 1. As I mentioned, Despina from Mercer. You know, Carlo, another famous guy that went to Mercer who was also an Orleans Firebird, Kyle Lewis. Reigning AL Rookie of the Year. Swing and a miss on the 1-1 pitch in the dirt. And it's now 1-2. So Despina, the latest name that come out of Mercer, and to try and showcase his abilities. He's down in the count 1-2 with Notre Dame's Jack Brannigan on deck. No score here between Wareham and Orleans. 1-2. Swing and a miss. McNiss will get the drop third strike and throw over to first to complete the strikeout. And there's out number 2 now here in the second. First strikeout for Connor Thurman tonight, and this will bring up now Brannigan, who is serving as Wareham's DH tonight. Rising sophomore from Notre Dame. He's 2 for 13 so far on the Cape. Righty on righty matchup. First pitch, slider at the knees, a called strike. 0-1. Brannigan hitting .295. He had 6 home runs and 29 runs batted in on the spring for the Fighting Irish. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Brannigan chases low and away, and now the count 0-2. On deck is Tres Gonzalez out of Georgia Tech. It's 0-2 now here to Jack Brannigan. The pitch. Hit on the ground through the left side. Sprinkle has it. He'll try another jump throw. This one way over the head of Goodhart, and it goes to the screen. McNiss is going to pick it up. His throw to second with Ryland Thomas, the left fielder, covering second, is not in time. And so Jordan Sprinkle probably should have just ate that ball up. It was going to be an extremely difficult play. So over to second is Brannigan. He's in scoring position now, and here's the number 9 hitter, Gonzalez.
Yeah, they marked that one as an error initially, but I was surprised that Locklear gave it up to Sprinkle. It looked like Tyler might have had a better chance at it at third base.
So we'll see if that's maybe an infield hit, and then the error on Sprinkle allows Brannigan to second. As now the left-hand hitting Gonzalez out of Georgia Tech stands in. Righty on lefty matchup here. First pitch. Fastball up on the outside corner, a called strike. 0-1. Gonzalez, he is hitting .211 so far on the Cape. 4 hits in 19 at-bats. A look over at second. The pitch. Chopper to first. Goodhart comes in, and he says, I got it, and they'll tag first to retire the side. No runs there for Wareham on 1 hit, 1 error. 1 is left on, stranded. We go now to the last of the second. No score here between the Gatemen and the Firebirds when we return.
Hi, I'm Steve Anzoni, owner of Fairway Financial and Cape Cod's Retirement Income Specialist. If you want to hit a home run with your retirement income plan, schedule a time to meet with me today.
Get more details at fairwayfinancial.net. That's fairwayfinancial.net.
Bottom 2 here from Eldridge Park. Lights are starting to come on, and it's an early sunset here at Eldridge. And because it looks like, Carlo, the clouds have started to kind of float over down the right field line, and the sun is now being kind of blocked out there. But It's a nice, another very beautiful color. Nice little light pink. And we won't complain as Matt Goodhart digs in. Left-hand hitter from Arkansas. Facing off against Bradley Bramer. Out for his second inning. First pitch. Goodhart takes first pitch fastball at 90 miles an hour. Right down the middle. It's 0-1. Goodhart for the Razorbacks hit .264 with 13 homers and 38 runs batted in. Takes the 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Count even now at 1. Goodhart, who just got activated a couple of days ago, onto the roster. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Like a changeup from Bramer. So now it's 1-2. It's Goodhart, Locklear, and DeLauder, the 5, 6, and 7 batters for Orleans, due up here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is up high. 2-2 now to Goodhart. He was activated on Monday morning. And one of 6 Razorbacks to hit double-digit home runs this season. Again, he had 13 this spring for the #1 team in the country. 2-2 pitch, off the hands and foul down the left field line on the Route 28. It's 2-2. Goodhart, who also played with Orleans back in 2019 like Julio Marcano. Goodhart played only 7 games. 2-2 pitch. Fastball in tight. Called ball 3, and now the count will run full 3-2. In those 7 games with the Firebirds back in 2019, he hit .320 with 3 runs batted in a small sample size. From the windup, full count pitch from Bramer, and a breaking ball just a bit low for ball 4, and so a leadoff man aboard for Orleans, and Matt Goodhart, and this will bring up now Tyler Locklear out of ECU.
Yeah, this part of the lineup, we probably won't see a whole lot of small ball. Goodhart was caught stealing 3 times, didn't steal a base at Arkansas.
Sparky Burns, the home plate umpire, maybe making sure everybody is, all the fans out there in right are out of the vicinity, and now we're ready to continue. Locklear, right-hand hitter from Virginia Commonwealth University, takes a first pitch curveball at the knees for a called strike. 0-1 to Locklear, the Orleans third baseman, who's hitting .217 on the summer. 5 hits and 23 at-bats. 0-1. Takes up high. Count even at 1. Locklear, though, does lead Orleans in runs batted in. He has 7 so far. 4 of them came off a grand slam against YD at Red Wilson Field on Saturday. Bramer now with a quick throw to first to check on Goodhart. He's back to first with a head-first dive. One ball, one strike to Tyler Locklear. Bramer throws. In on the ground to short. Coming in is Jarvis. He'll go to Troy for 1. Troy's throw to first, way over the head of Despina. Locklear turns the corner. He's going to try and head to second. Here's the throw and the tag. Got him. The throw by the catcher, Jimmy Crooks, covering or backing up first base. And Locklear is hosed out at second, and it's a double play. An unconventional double play, to say the least. And now there's 2 out here in the last of the second. So you don't see that every day, as now Chase DeLauder, left-hand hitter from JMU, stands in. First pitch, broken bat, soft ground ball along the third base line. That's going to be foul, and now Chase has to go grab a new piece of lumber. That ball completely shattered the barrel of the bat.
Garrett, that last double play, 6-4-2-4. Kind of a new one.
I'm sure they were just hoping it would be 6-4-3. They made it a little bit harder on themselves, Wareham, but nevertheless a good play by Crooks to back up the errant throw and then throw out Locklear, and he was out in plenty. 0-1 pitch now. DeLauder swings and pops one up into the infield by the pitcher's mound. Who's going to get it? It's going to be Despina. Long run with the wind blowing in, and he's going to make the catch right out in front of the mound to retire the side. Orleans in the last of the second. No runs on no hits. No errors and none are left stranded. We go now to the third. It's no score here from Eldridge Park when we come back here on the Birds Broadcast Network. But first, let's go to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson. Noah, what do you got for us?
Firebirds fans may or may not know this is the final time that you'll get to see Jordan Sprinkle and Jace Young in a Firebirds uniform, at least for now. Tomorrow they'll be leaving for Team USA, and I spoke with Sprinkle a bit before the game, and he talked about, how much he's going to miss this place, how much he's loved interacting with the fans, signing some autographs, and not only getting to play ball out here on Eldridge Field and have a lot of fun with his teammates, but get to engage in the community, and that's something that all players kind of come out with that outcome. But that's something that Sprinkle and Young are going to miss for sure. Now it sounds like Young probably, almost certainly, won't be coming back. He actually has a shot to play with the Olympic squad, so he'll play for Team USA a bit longer. But Sprinkle may come back. He doesn't know yet, but he said he'd love to come back. And if he has the opportunity to do so, Firebirds fans are going to enjoy watching him play once again. So enjoy this game. Not to start this one on a sad note. Sprinkle Young, last game out in the field for now. But I'll send it back to you guys in the booth.
All right, thanks so much, Noah. We're now in the top of the third here. No score between Wareham and Orleans. Connor Thurman out for his second inning out of the bullpen. He's going to face the top of the order here. Jim Jarvis, Tommy Troy, and Cade Kern. Jarvis, who led off the game after being hit by a pitch on the leg by Chase DeLaw. First pitch from Thurman is outside for ball one. Jarvis, Troy, and Kern, top three due up for Wareham. Here's the 1-0. Slider, just off the outside. Thurman wanted the call. It's 2-0 now. Wind blowing in again tonight at Eldridge Park for the third night in a row. 2-0. Fastball is outside. Now count 3-0. We were talking with manager Kelly Nicholson before the game and just saying, is this the windiest that it's gotten these last few games? And he seemed to agree as Thurman throws ball four, as that's down and low to Jarvis, so he's aboard for the second time. But we were asking Kelly, do these conditions, does the wind, does it affect how you guys play? And he said, oh yes, most certainly. We just got to play for runs. Do the little things. Maybe the small ball, which worked yesterday in that 2-1 game. Small ball and good pitching as Troy takes a first pitch, breaking ball in tight for ball one. Connor Thurman with 5 straight balls to begin here this top of the third. One ball, no strikes to the Stanford second baseman. Breaking ball on the 1-0, down low, and Connor Thurman will take a little walk behind the mound. And now Justin Mickness will call for time and make the jog out to his pitcher, Connor Thurman. So already a little bit of trouble. DeLaw had run into a bit of a jam with runners on second and third with nobody out, and he was able to get 3 straight outs to get out of the inning without allowing a run. And now Thurman here, the walk, and now it's 2-0 to Troy. Mickness returns back behind the plate. Thurman gets the sign, working from the stretch. Jarvis at first does have good speed. 2-0. Breaking ball, that one at the knees. There's a called strike. 2-1. Tommy Troy, who came to Stanford as the number 4 ranked shortstop in all of California by perfect game. Runner goes, pitch is low and outside. Mickness, there will be no throw as Jarvis takes second with a head first dive. Already his second stolen base of the game. We're not even past the third inning yet. He's in scoring position with nobody out. Troy with an RBI opportunity. And Thurman will step off the rubber. And we'll get the signs from Jace Young. At second, it's 3-1 to Troy. And now Justin Mickness calls time here. Stanford really likes Troy's power. And again, he had 10 this spring. A look over at second once and twice, 3-1. Broken bat roller off the glove of Thurman now. Young has to charge, and there will be no throw. A broken bat ground ball that just shattered Troy's bat, but it went off the glove of Thurman and trickled out into the infield grass where Jace Young had to redirect himself. And as soon as he got to the ball, Troy was already going to touch first. No play. It's going to go as an infield hit for Troy. And again, the two leadoff guys, Jarvis and Troy, back out on the base pass for the second time already. And Cade Kern here digs in from Ohio State. First pitch from Thurman. Breaking ball, and it gets the outside for a called strike, 0-1. The defense will play back. They'll try and see if they can get a ground ball and turn the double play at the expense of a run. Kern struck out against DeLauder back in the first inning. Top three, no score between Wareham and Orleans. 8th game of the summer for both of these teams. A check over at first, back to first, where the head first dive is Troy. As you can hear the wind continuing to blow very strong in from right center. 0-1. Swing and a foul off the mask of Justin Mickness, the catcher, and now it's quickly 0-2 as Mickness will regain his bearings, and he'll give Connor Thurman a new baseball. It's 0-2 with Owen Diodati on deck. Firebirds hoping they can get either a strikeout or a non-productive out here. Kern, who does have power, and he hit a 2-run home run yesterday against Falmouth in the tie with the Commodores on Monday. At the set, 0-2. Breaking ball, chopped softly to third. Locklear's going to get it. He'll try and go to second, and it's not in time. Locklear tried to go to second to get the lead out, and it's not in time. Couldn't tell if it was because it was the throw pulled Young off the base. And I think that was the official ruling from the umpire, Larry Rosenberg. So everyone's safe as Jarvis scores from third. Wareham leads 1-0 now. And they open things up here at Eldridge as Diodati stands in for the Gatemen. First pitch, fastball is outside. 1-0 to Diodati. So an RBI fielder's choice for Cade Kern starts the scoring here in Orleans. Thurman with a couple looks at Troy at second, throws, and Diodati lines one into left center field into the gap. Troy will round third. He's going to come in and score. The throw will be redirected to third. Diodati heading for second, and the lead is now doubled for Wareham as Owen Diodati, the Cape League Player of the Week, continues to stay hot. An RBI double to left center, and it's 2-0 Gatemen.
And Diodati had a free base at second, Gareth. He came around first and realized there was no one at second base covering. Connor Cox in right field tried to come in but was a little late. And all of a sudden, things starting to go Wareham's way, and they're teetering on the edge of putting up a crooked number here in this third inning.
So for Diodati, that's already his 10th run batted in this summer. Just over a week in for the Cape Cod Baseball League Player of the Week in the first week of play. Jimmy Crooks takes first pitch, breaking ball high and outside, and bullpen beginning to get hot and ready now. Couple guys loosening up their arms. Connor Thurman, he's going to try and work himself out of this. 1-0. Crooks just catches the outside corner. Definitely a pitcher's strike. Count even at 1 to the left-handed hitting catcher from Oklahoma. Kate Kern at third, Diodati at second. Wareham, an opportunity to keep it going. Ball gets away from Mickness. Here comes Kern, and he will score. 3 runs now here in the third on a pitch that just went right off of Justin Mickness's glove. Looked like it should have been caught, and instead it should go as a pass ball. And Kelly Nicholson ordering his infield to come in now. So the pass ball allows Kern to score, and Diodati over the third. Infield comes in now, 2-1. Crooks takes in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike now, and gotta think for Connor Thurman now. If he can't get past Crooks here, if he can't get an out, will Orleans have to make a change sooner than much expected? 3-1. Crooks takes outside for ball 4. So the second walk for Thurman in the inning. He's faced 5 hitters, and he's not been able to retire a single one. And here comes pitching coach Matt Troop already for the second time tonight. And usually it's not the best sign when your pitching coach comes out to have a conversation 2 times in less than 3 innings. Looks like the righty Jeff Pramel from Southern New Hampshire University is getting loose. And he's out there in right center, and he's getting loose very quickly. Get hot ASAP.
Looks like this one might turn into a bullpen day, Gareth. You know, all these guys have a lot of pitch count restrictions, inning restrictions, so you can't really rely on a guy to give you 3 innings out of the bullpen with all the restrictions coming from the college coaches.
Justin Williams from Penn State, the third baseman. First pitch. Williams hammers one deep out to left center field. Medium depth as the wind dies it down. McKenzie makes the catch. Coming in to score from third is Diodati. And Wareham extends the lead 4-0 as Justin Williams delivers an RBI sac fly. 4-0 Gatemen.
Well, runs have been hard to come by here at Eldridge Park because of the wind. And yet Wareham has rattled off 4 in this inning with hard contact, but just little plays. It's been kind of small ball-ish.
Here's Despina. First pitch is low and outside for ball 1.
You're talking about the double by Diodati is really the only hard hit ball. Tommy Troy reached down an infield single. Kern reached down a fielder's choice. Jim Jarvis reached on a walk.
4 runs on 2 hits here in this inning. Despina takes a called strike on the outside. Count even at 1. It's been a walk to Jarvis. An infield hit by Troy. A fielder's choice by Kern. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Mickness. 2-1 now. The RBI fielder's choice by Kern on a ball hit to Tyler Locklear, who wanted to try and get the out at second instead of at first. And now, home plate umpire Sparky Burns. All the umpires are going to get around here. And to be honest, not really sure what the conversation is about.
I think it's whether Williams got hit on that pitch.
Or Despina. Despina,
excuse me.
Despina got hit from Manager Don Snetton of Wareham. Home plate umpire Sparky Burns announcing that Despina was hit by a pitch. That slider that came in on the lefty Despina got a piece of him, according to Burns, and no argument from Kelly Nicholson in the Orleans dugout. Crooks over to second, Despina at first, only one out, second and first. 4-0 Wareham, as here's Brannigan out of Notre Dame, the number 8 hitter. First pitch, outside, ball 1. So Connor Thurman, the control for him tonight has been far from ideal. And it's resulted in a grueling inning for him out on the mound. 1-0 pitch. Slider runs outside, blocked by Mickness. It's 2-0 now. Brannigan reached on an error by the shortstop Sprinkle back in the second inning, but he was left stranded out there at second. From the set, here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. High inside fastball. Brannigan unable to catch up. It's 2-1 now. Jimmy Crooks at second. Angelo Despina at first. It's been an ugly inning for Orleans here in this top of the third. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up along the right field line. Headed for the hill for a souvenir. Count even at 2. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jack Brannigan at the plate. Here it is. Breaking ball poked foul toward the hill off to the right, and the count will remain 2-2.
Gareth, I understand why so many kids come to these games now. Every foul ball, there's at least 15 young kids running for the ball. Put that across a 9-inning game. I mean, parents come home, they don't probably have to wait for kids to go to bed. They crash.
They get their exercise in, that's for sure. It's 2-2 to Brannigan. Broken bat, soft ground ball up the middle, sprinkled to second for 1, throw to first, not in time. As the bat goes flying. Did it go onto the road?
Yes,
did
sir.
Did it go onto Route 28? Oh my goodness.
You want to go grab it?
There's a white sedan that is slowing down because I'm sure there is a bat on the middle of Route 28. That's how far, and that's how hard Brannigan broke his bat. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, the netting here is a good 15 feet up the left field line.
So Despina is retired at second on the fielder's choice. Brannigan at first. Crooks at third. Here's the left-handed hitting Tres Gonzalez out of Georgia Tech. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Thurman trying to get out of it. Gonzalez shows bunt. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1. I mean, that was on the fly, too. The bat head just went flying on the Route 28. That's impressive from Brannigan as the 1-0 fastball outside, says home plate umpire Sparky Burns. Not by much. 2-0.
Hey, Gareth, you know when you drive along this part of Route 28 that a ball might come through your window, but I don't think you ever think a bat's coming through your window.
2-0. There's a slider that wraps around the outside for a called strike. 2-1. I'm sure that driver in the white sedan, that's the last thing he expected. And you have to be careful when you drive during the game. You never know what's going to fly in your direction. 2-1. Breaking ball on the outside corner, called strike 2. 2-2. Connor Thurman trying to get the third and final out of this third inning. where he has surrendered 4 runs all here in this top of the third. 4-0 Gatemen. The pitch. Runner goes, and that is a chopper foul along the first base line as Brannigan, the runner at first, was trying to steal second. Count remains at 2. 2-2 to Gonzalez. 4 runs on 2 hits for Wareham. Thurman getting the signs from Justin Mickness now. Likes what he sees. Here's the 2-2. And a fastball just off the outside. Count 3-2. First and third, 2 down. Runner at first. Brannigan will get a head start with the full count and 2 outs. 3-2 pitch to Tres Gonzalez. And a breaking ball high and outside for ball 4. That is the 3rd walk of the inning, and Kelly Nicholson will come out of the Orleans dugout, and he's seen enough. He's going to make a pitching change here. So Connor Thurman is unable to get out of this 3rd inning. He'll give way here in the top of the 3rd. He hands the ball to Kelly Nicholson. The bases will be loaded here with 2 out. And Jeff Pramel will come in. We'll step aside here on the Birds Broadcast Network. Bases loaded, 2 down, top 3 here from Eldridge Park. Wareham has already put up 4 runs in his top of the 3rd inning. It's a 4-0 Gatemen lead. Connor Thurman's night is done, and he will give way now to the right-hander from Southern New Hampshire University, Jeff Pramel, a 6'4" right-hander, 185-pound pitcher from Bridgewater, New Jersey. He's a temporary player on the roster, and he was one of the best pitchers on the Southern New Hampshire Penman pitching staff. Carlo, what do we know about Jeff Pramel coming in now?
Yeah, Pramel's a draft-eligible guy who's probably trying to show some of his stuff this summer. He can go the distance, too. He had a couple of complete games at Southern New Hampshire. In terms of what he throws, Gareth, you're going to see a fastball that tops out around 92. He likes to throw a slider a lot as well, mainly a 2-pitch guy.
Top of the order now, Jim Jarvis, left-handed hitter, making his second at-bat of the inning. Grounds one up the middle into center field for a base hit. Coming in to score is Jimmy Crooks. Here comes this Brannigan, and he will score on a 2-run single from Jim Jarvis. Crooks scores from third, and Brannigan scores from second. It's now 6-0 Wareham. Gonzalez goes to second. Jarvis picks up a pair of runs batted in. He's now got 4 on the summer with that 2 RBI base knock, and now here's Tommy Troy out of Stanford. First pitch is a slider outside for ball 1.
6 runs, 3 hits in the inning for the Gatemen.
It's been a crooked number indeed here at Eldridge. On a windy night, 1-0. Popped foul behind the backstop. Count even at 1 now. And this has been an Orleans roster. Scoreless tie back on Sunday against YD, and then just 2 runs against Harwich yesterday. And so last 18 innings, they've put together only 2 runs of offense. Troy grounds it over to third. Locklear on the high hop, and he'll just tag third for the force out. And that will end the inning. Wareham with 6 runs, and they do it on 3 hits. No errors. 2 are left stranded. The Firebirds offense has a lot of work to do. Can they just chip away? We'll find out here as we enter the last of the third when we come back here on the Birds Broadcast Network.
Well, let's go around the Cape Cod Baseball League into the scores that are from the games happening right now. YD is on top of Harwich. They won that game 6-4. Mariners have lost 2 in a row now. Katuitt, the offense of the Kettleers, has been on fire. We'll see them tomorrow. They're defeating on top of Hyannis 7-0. Top of the 4th, and Chatham and Falmouth at top 3-0. Those 2 East teams going at it. And one game has yet to start. Oh, it looks like the scoreboard's wrong here, Garrett. They got Falmouth playing twice against Chatham. I think they're only playing once.
I would think so, right?
Yeah. So Falmouth on top of Chatham, Katuitt on top of Hyannis, and YD getting the win over Harwich.
All right. Thanks for around the Cape. Always have to know what's going on around the league, as it is a 6-0 lead for the Gatemen. All 6 runs coming in the top of the 3rd. Connor Thurman and Jeff Pramel running into some trouble. But luckily still a lot of baseball to play, still a lot of game to play. And for Orleans, Jared McKenzie will try and get things going here against Bradley Bramer, out for his 3rd inning as the starter for the Gatemen. It's McKenzie, Mickness, and then Sprinkle, the 8-9-1 batters, dude up against the righty from Wright State. First pitch to McKenzie is a slider high and outside for ball 1. McKenzie on the summer so far struggled to get it going at the plate. He's hitting just a .182 with 4 hits and 22 at-bats. 1-0 pitch, fastball at the knees at 90 miles an hour. Count even at 1.
And for the Firebirds, Gareth, you need to put up a run here. We're surrendering 6 in the top of the 6. You got to punch back a little bit, try to slice into this lead.
McKenzie on the 1-1, lines it foul on the Route 28 down the left field line, and he's now down in the count, 1-2. McKenzie, who had a solid spring for the Baylor Bears in the regular season. He hit .383 with 10 homers and 44 runs batted in. Breaking ball on the 1-2, and it's grounded at first. Wicked hop is fielded nicely by Despina, the first baseman, and he tags first for the unassisted putout. 1 away here in the 3rd.
Now, good reaction time by Despina. That one looked like it was headed for his waist, popped up above his head. He was able to snag it.
The left-hand hitting catcher from Kent State, Justin Mickness, stands in here. First pitch, fastball, right down the middle for a called strike, 0-1. Mickness, who has not gotten a ton of playing time so far this summer. He just has 6 at-bats. He has 2 hits. Takes a big curveball, just a bit up high. Count even at 1. Mickness for the Golden Flashes. This spring, he hit .349 with 4 homers and 36 runs batted in. Takes ball 2 down low and inside. It's now 2-1. 2-1 pitch from Bramer. High and outside. Ball 3. as Jimmy Crooks asks for a new baseball from home plate umpire Sparky Burns. 3-1 to Justin Mickness. Second team All-MAC selection. 3-1. Not close. Low and inside for ball 4. So Justin Mickness, who came into that bat with already 3 walks, has his 4th walk now drawn on the summer.
Bramer's looked good, but he has walked 3 Firebirds, Garrett. So Orleans getting on the base paths.
Here's now Jordan Sprinkle, and you can hear all the little kids cheering on Jordan Sprinkle, a fan favorite here at Orleans, playing his final game for now here at Eldridge Park. First pitch, Sprinkle lines one in the right field for a base hit. Over to second goes Justin Mickness. Sprinkle at first with a base knock, his 7th of the summer. As all the little kids now, all the kids were out by the on-deck circle looking at Jordan Sprinkle, and now they are racing to the end of the dugout to see him run on the base paths.
Well, Jordan Sprinkle's an easy guy to like. I mean, he hangs out before the games. Earlier this year, Gareth, he took a softball that somebody wanted him to sign and took it to the whole team and had everybody sign it and then gave it back to the little girl. That's a stand-up character guy. Checks that box and then some.
Well, the fan base, they're going to miss Jordan. Again, him and Jace Young playing their final game before going to Team USA tomorrow afternoon. They're on a 12 o'clock flight, he told us before the game. There's going to be a bus that's going to pick up all the Team USA players here on the Cape, and then they'll go to the airport after, as Rylan Thomas, first pitch fastball on the inside corner at the belt for a called strike 1. But Jordan Sprinkle, we've talked about it. He said he would like to come back. He loves this community. All just depends on how he's feeling after, as Thomas hits on one into center field on a line. Coming on in is the center fielder Gonzalez to make the catch. And both runners, Mickness and Sprinkle, will hold at their respective bases at second and first. A hard hit out off the bat of Thomas. 2 down here in the last of the third. So Connor Cox now, also another fan favorite here amongst the kids. Right-handed hitter from Long Beach State facing off against Bramer, trying to chip into this lead here. First pitch, fastball is outside, ball 1. Cox drew a walk back in the first inning in his first at-bat against Bradley Bramer. Justin Mickness at second, Jordan Sprinkle at first. With 2 down, 6-0 Wareham. The pitch, and a breaking ball on the outside corner. There's a called strike 1. Count even at 1 now. Connor Cox trying to drive in the first run for the Firebirds tonight. Maybe get this dugout going a little bit. Inject it with some energy. Breaking ball outside, check swing from Cox. On the appeal, no, says first base umpire Louis DeLuis. 2-1 now.
Louis DeLuis, it's a great name.
Likewise with Sparky Burns, tonight's umpiring crew. 2-1. Breaking ball is foul down the third base line. Justin Williams, the third baseman, made a diving effort, almost made a terrific catch on the backhand. An all-out dive on that topspin liner. Instead, it's now 2-2 to Connor Cox. Jace Young is on deck for Orleans if Cox can extend the inning here. Firebirds would love an opportunity to get Young up to the plate with runners on. It's 2-2. Bramer at the set, deals. Cox, sharply hit ground ball through the left side into left field for a base hit. Mickness is going to hold at third. Third base coach Brendan Eigebrot telling Mickness to stay there. And Justin, who doesn't have great speed, not the fastest guy on the team by any means, he'll stop at third. With Diodati, the left fielder, coming on in, I'm sure he had a full head of steam and was going to try and throw him out. But now, bases loaded. How many times have we seen the bases loaded, Carlo, with Jace Young up to the plate? It's got to be at least 3 or 4 times already. First pitch, Young takes a heater right down the pipe at 91 miles an hour. It's 0-1.
Unofficially 4.
Unofficially? Is that just a guess?
Well, that's from what I can count, but we aren't the official scorekeeper, so we can't be official.
0-1 pitch, fastball a little bit high and tight. Count even at 1 to Jace Young, who grounded out to second back in the first inning. Tommy Troy, the second baseman, playing out in shallow right. They got the shift on as Young hits one high and deep to left center field. Diodati looking up at the wall. Gone! Grand slam for Jace Young. How about that for what is possibly his final game in Orleans? He takes one opposite field over Bradley Bramer, and all of a sudden, we got ourselves our ball game here at Eldridge Park. It's Wareham 6, Orleans 4.
We've been waiting all summer, and finally, Jace Young with a home run to left, a grand slam in a big spot in the bottom of the third. And Orleans, like you said, Gareth, right back into this ball game.
Matt Goodhart, first pitch. Fastball taken for ball 1, a little bit low. Our analytics colleague, Jackson Thomas, 101 miles per hour off the bat as Goodhart rolls the 1-0 pitch foul down the right field line. 101 mile an hour exit velocity, 352 feet to left center field. Jace's first home run of the summer as Goodhart. 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And for Young, he now has 9 runs batted in on the summer. 1-2 pitch, breaking ball, Goodhart very late, swings and misses, and that is it. A Jace Young grand slam to left center, already the second grand slam hit by an Orleans Firebirds hitter this summer, has cut the lead down to 2. It's Wareham 6, Orleans 4. We got ourselves a ball game here at Eldridge Park. Before I send off the play-by-play to Carlo Jimenez, let's go to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson. Noah?
Yeah, so appreciate it, Gareth. You know, another home game means we got another edition of trivia here today. Remember, it will be on our Twitter at Orleans Firebirds. But today's question is actually courtesy of your Sunday starting pitcher, Jonathan Cannon. While he's not pitching on the mound, he's creating trivia questions for you guys. So this one is, who was the latest Firebird to debut in the MLB? I'll give you a hint. There's been multiple this year, so maybe not the first one you think of. But again, who is the latest former Firebird to debut in the MLB? Get all your answers in on our Twitter at Orleans Firebirds, and we'll announce the winner in the bottom of the 8th. But for now, I'll send it back to Carlo for innings 4, 5, 6. We got a fun one, guys.
Thanks so much, Noah. Back here at Eldridge Park, and the Firebirds right back into the ball game thanks to a Jace Young grand slam to left field. Gareth, he's come up 4 times before with the bases loaded, and on the 5th, hits one out of the ballpark.
Now, we were waiting when that time would come, and for Jace, he's going to be going to Team USA. I mean, he's played a lot of games. I'm sure his body, he's just getting his reps, but I'm sure, you know, who knows if he'll be coming back after Team USA. But if this is going to be his final game for now, how about that grand slam to entertain the fans here at Orleans?
So it'll be the right-handed batter, Cade Kern, to open up the top of the 4th. First pitch off the outside. Count 1 ball and no strikes. Kern struck out, scored, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. 0 for 2 today, 1-0. Misses away, pops out of the glove of Mickness. In the count, 2 balls and no strikes. A beautiful day here at Eldridge Park. The wind blowing slightly, a humid day. 2-0. Swing and a miss. And that count, 2 balls and 1 strike to Kern. Wareham 6, Orleans 4. Here comes a 2-1. Swing and a miss again. And the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kern. Well, Garrett, the wind might not aid the players, but it's certainly nice for us on this hot day.
Oh, most certainly. This has been the hottest day of the year yet.
Nice and cool. 2-2. Good block by Mickness, sliding to his right. Nobody on base, but another nice play. And the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Base is empty. Nobody out. Top of the 4th. Wareham with 6 runs in the top of the 3rd, and Orleans 4 in the bottom of the inning. 10 total runs. 3-2. Swinging a foul. So 10 total runs in 1 inning, Gareth, after we saw 3 total runs in 18 innings before.
We can't have one or the. We have to have one or the other, right?
Full count, pitch to the plate. Swing and a foul down the right field line. And some youngsters will get some cardio in and fight for who can get another baseball. If you come here every day, I mean, you must gather 20 some odd baseballs.
Yeah, there's got to be some kids. There's some regulars out there, and they got a whole collection, Carlo.
Kurt looks on, another payoff pitch coming his way with the bases empty in the top of the 4th. And he swings and cranks, another foul ball. Straight back onto the hill towards our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, who's walking back to the booth.
Noah looks unfazed by that foul ball. He was not bothered one bit.
3-2 to the plate. Swinging a sharply hit ball into left field, a base hit. Cade Kern with a single to open up the top of the 4th. His first hit of the night. And up comes Owen Diodati with 1 on and nobody out.
Yeah, this is the part of the Wareham order that can certainly do some damage. Kern, who's been off to a hot start. Diodati, who already has an RBI double today. And Jeff Pramble certainly has to dig deep and keep this lead at 2, extra important.
Yeah, Pramble's in for a while after the short start by Thurman. Kelly Nicholson wants him to go the distance. First pitch to the left-handed batter. Downstairs for a ball. And the count 1 ball and no strikes to Diodati. Sophomore out of Alabama had a solo shot against the Firebirds on Friday. One of his 3 home runs, 1-0. And he swings and grounds one to first on the backhand. Goodart can't dig it out. Bounces over to Young, the second baseman, and he has no play at first. That ball ricochets off Goodart. Came to Orleans just a couple of days ago and unable to scoop that ball out, and now 2 on with nobody out.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough play for Goodhart due to how sharply hit that ball was. He kind of took a funky hop, had to try and scoop that out on the short hop. We'll be interested to see what the official scoring is, but for now, Jeff Pramble back in a tough spot here. Orleans pitching back in a tough spot, and Pramble's got to get himself out of it.
2 on, nobody out, top of the 4th, and it's the left-handed batter, Jimmy Crooks. Pramble looks at second, pitches home. And it's swinging a foul on to Route 28. Down the left field line. Couple of cars stopped. We didn't hear a broken window, though, so we'll assume everybody's all right. And the count, no balls and 1 strike to Crooks. A single by Kern. Looks like they marked that Diodati ground ball to first as an error. Throw back to first, and into center field goes the ball. McKenzie is there backing it up as Pramble tried to catch Cade Kern off the bag and almost gave away a free 90 feet.
Yeah, that was a better throw by Pramble to second. They might have had a chance at Cade Kern. Jordan Sprinkle has been very aggressive with these Orleans pitchers to try and get these guys off second, but they haven't done it just yet so far.
Crooks looks on. 2 on, nobody out, top of the 4th. 0-1. And he swings and skies one into right field. Right fielder Cox going back at the track. He sets up and makes the catch. Tagging from second is Kern. He's on his way into third. That ball could not have been hit harder by Jimmy Crooks to be an out. And the wind aids Connor Cox. And there's 1 away.
Yeah, thought off the crack of the bat, thought it might have a chance to get out. Again, it's pretty shallow pretty shallow toward the corners here, Carlo, at Eldridge Park. 314 down the right field line, just 300 to left field. And so if you can get up into the air toward the lines, you have yourselves a good chance. But luckily for Firebirds fans, that one, of course, it's been another windy day, and so it stayed out there and hung up for Cox.
Wareham 6, Orleans 4. 1 out. Top of the 4th inning. And in stands the right-handed batter, Justin Williams. First pitch. Fastball on the outside for a strike. Boy, Garrett, Sparky Burns is my favorite umpire. I mean, the way he calls strikes, I will never be confused.
You always want the umpire that will make the call immediately, right? Not sort of wait a couple seconds and then make the call. Easy for us to pick up.
Runners to the corners, 0-1. Misses away, good block by Mickness. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Did you know Sparky Burns is a 40-year veteran?
I didn't know. Where'd you find that out?
He won the Curly Clement Award back in 2013 for the best umpire in the Cape Cod Baseball League. 1-0, runner goes, and a swing and a foul straight back. And Diodati will have to head back to first.
I was wondering why you were looking up Cape League umpires on your laptop a couple innings ago.
I mean, I looked up, want to know more about Curly, and he's got a long history.
Patrick Sparky Burns.
It's a great name. Bramwell's jersey flapping in the wind. 1 out, runners at the corners, top of the 4th. The 1-2 off the outside. Inning started with a single by Kern. Diodati reached on an error. And then Kern moved to third on a fly out from Jimmy Crooks to right that had Connor Cox all the way up against the wall. Bramwell trying to keep it a 6-4 Wareham lead. 2-2. Runner goes again, and a swing and a foul straight back. Over the top of the netting. And another souvenir. Sun is yet to set, but the lights are on. As the sun is behind the clouds down the right field line. It was a hot day today, though. I don't think anybody's complaining. Felt like 104 earlier. Do you go outside, Gareth, or you just stay inside during the day?
Oh, I stayed inside today.
Comes a 2-2. No, throw down to first, and they have the runner at first in a pickle. Diodati towards second. Runner from third comes home, and Diodati is tagged out at second. Kern scores on the play. So Diodati does his job there, Gareth, able to create a distraction at first for Cade Kern to come across, and it's 7-4 Wareham.
Yeah, I don't think that was the intended play by any means, but they just kind of got themselves into that situation, and Diodati's job, try and stay in that rundown as long as you can. And Matt Goodhart gets some reps at first base, but he also plays outfield, and so just coming on in, he probably hadn't a whole lot of time to get the rundown.
2-2 to Williams. He swings and grounds one to second. Jace Young takes it knee high, throws to first. That will do it. 1 run comes across, 1 hit, 1 error. And Wareham adds their lead. It's 7-4 here at Eldridge Park, midway through the 4th.
All right, fans, tonight's broadcast, the Orleans Firebirds would like to thank Franklin Sports for their sponsorship of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Franklin is yet again proud to be the official batting glove of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Throughout the summer, all 10 Cape League teams are wearing their own custom team batting gloves, courtesy of Franklin Sports. To order your favorite team's design or to create your own, visit franklinsports.com/custom. Enter code CCBL20 for 20% off your purchase. From Cape Cod to the major leagues, only the best hitters in baseball wear Franklin gloves. And tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Rogers Gray. Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
New pitcher on the mound for Wareham. It is number 50, Christian Rubeck, out of the University of Oklahoma. Rubeck has reportedly entered the transfer portal, Garrett. He's pitched an inning before this season against Bourne in the 6-5 loss. Struck out all 3 batters he faced. Right-handed pitcher from Mr. Rubeck. You're going to see a fastball that's around 93. He has a dirty slider, and he was able to get all 3 strikeouts against the undefeated Bourne team. And he'll face Locklear, DeLauder, and McKenzie. So that will do it for Bradley Braham.
And so Bradley Bramer's final line will go 3 innings, 3 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, and 1 strikeouts. And you take away the first 2. If you take away the grand slam from Jace Young, he did pretty well. Mostly just pitching the contact. He only had the 1 strikeout, but that's kind of the motto of Bramer, and similar to what Jonathan Cannon has demonstrated for Orleans fans and what he does. Jonathan Cannon's a guy that pitches to contact, and so Bramer did that a lot tonight. And unfortunately for him, Jace Young was able to get the grand slam off of him.
So strolling to the batter's box, it's Tyler Locklear. We welcome you back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Thanks for joining us here on our Orleans Firebirds broadcast. Locklear grounded into a 6-4-2-4 double play his last time up. First time we've seen that one. I feel like, though, by the end of the summer, Gareth, we've seen so much, this just being our 7th game, and the oddities this summer, I feel like we might see another 6-4-2-4 double play.
Oh, we certainly might.
First pitch to the right-handed batter. Off the outside, and the count 1 ball and no strikes. Wareham 7, Orleans 4. A grand slam by Jace Young, bringing in all 4 runs for the Firebirds. 1-0. Misses away again. 2 balls and no strikes. A peachy glow behind the trees out in right field. Sun behind the clouds, behind the hill. Beautiful night here at Eldridge. 2-0. Strike on the outside edge, exclaims Sparky Jones. The count 2 balls, 1 strike. Locklear leading off the bottom of the 4th. Wareham leading 7-4, 2-1. Strike on the inside. And the count 2 balls, 2 strikes.
94 on the gun there from Rubeck. So mid-90s is what these Firebirds hitters are going to see.
2-2. And he swings and fouls one off his foot. We'll try it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, an Orleans team that is struggling to pick up hits and runs. 4 in this one, but coming into this game, our great Noah Searson did some digging, Garrett. 2-2 again. Check swing. Locklear goes around. Says first base umpire, Louis DeLuis. And there's 1 away. Noah Searson, our great sideline reporter, found out that without Ryland Thomas's average of 476, the Firebirds as a team are hitting 167, which would put them last in the league. First pitch to lefty DeLauder. He swings and fouls one off down the left field line. Wareham 7, Orleans 4. Bottom of the 4th inning, 1 out and the base is empty. The 6 of 7 in a row for the Firebirds. 0-1. Away. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Gareth, somebody's lights are on in right field. By what inning does Sparky Burns tell him to turn them off? Here comes the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count a ball, 2 strikes.
I don't know. This is the 2nd straight time we've had this instance of somebody's lights on while the game is going on. It can be distracting for those hitters.
Comes a 1-2. Swinging a sharply hit ball right towards the shortstop Jarvis in the shift to the right of second base. He gloves it and fires to first for out number 2. But you got to give me an inning.
I'm saying by the by the 5th. I don't think he's wasting any time. I mean, although yesterday's umpiring crew, they wasted no time. As soon as those lights came on, they just said, let's stop the game. Let's go to our PA announcer and tell him that those lights need to be turned off ASAP.
So it'll be Jared McKenzie, the left-handed batter, with the bases empty and 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th, 7-4, Wareham leads Orleans. First pitch. Strike. Catches the outside part of the plate. The count, no balls and 1 strike to McKenzie. Oh, 1. And he swings and golfs one. Foul down the right field line. One hops it. A little kid unable to make the play with the glove. That's disappointing. Parent snags it with the bare hand. Count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Jared McKenzie. Rubex, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes McKenzie. And that will do it for the bottom of the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson. He'll have Kelly Nicholson in a bit as Noah walks out of the gate, takes a couple of steps, looks towards Kelly. Kelly looks towards Noah. Kelly puts the clipboard down, turns, comes up the stairs, takes him 3 steps. Now he makes a left. I'll stop now. And now Noah Searson, take it away with skipper Kelly Nicholson.
Yeah, appreciate it, Carlo. So not this last happening, but the one before, obviously, you get the big grand slam for Jace in his final game that he's likely playing as Firebird this season. What kind of energy boost did that bring to the clubhouse?
Grand slams are always good, right? He brought us to within 2 runs, and then we wind up giving him a run on that first and third play. We didn't play that very well defensively, but hey, we still have a lot of game left. We're down by 3, and see what we can do.
And going back to Thurman's start, it felt like he pitched a lot better than what actually showed today. When you brought him out, what did you tell him about his performance today?
Yeah, I didn't talk to Connor after we took him out. I always talk with him the next day.
All right, appreciate it, Skip.
You bet, Noah.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much, Noah Searson. Always appreciate the insider information. Jeff Bramwell still on the mound to open up this top of the 5th. We've had 11 runs at Eldridge Park. That's a win in its own. Offense, who would have thought?
Oh, yeah. Again, the sequence and the story continues to be either the hitting comes through, there's been some offense, but then the pitching the pitching struggles a little bit, or you have the hitters struggling, but the pitching does well. So we're still just trying to find that sync between offense and defense here with Orleans. But, again, as Kelly Nicholson said, there's still a lot of game left to play. And it's only a 3-run game, and Jeff Bramwell will try and keep it that way.
Bramwell will face Despina, Brannigan, and Gonzalez. Left-hander Despina looks on. First pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count, no balls, 1 strike. A 6 spot by the Gatemen in the top of the 3rd. Big reason why they're up, 7-4. Jeff Bramwell came in for Connor Thurman in that inning. 0-1. Off the outside, and the count evens up, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wind has died down a little bit. Of course, always when I say that, it picks up right away. 1-1. Here's a swing and a fly ball down the left field line. Headed for the corner. Going over there is Thomas. He looks up, and it's gone. A solo shot by D'Angelo Despina to open up the top of the 5th. And it's 8-4, Wareham leads.
Despina went to the shortest part of Eldridge Park, just 300 down the left field line, and the guy with his type of power, where he hit 15 home runs on the spring, he's able to get it out, and now it's a 4-run deficit for Orleans.
So Jack Brannigan, right-handed batter, looks on. First pitch, puts the bunt down, bunts it, and hits himself. And he's out. Bunts it fair, hits himself, and he's out. Added to the list. A new thing we've seen.
Yeah, well, that one, he bunted it fair, but as he's trying to get a little head start coming out of the box after making contact with it, he's outside the box. And so it hits him, and here comes manager Don Snetten for Wareham, and Brannigan trying to get an explanation before Dunstan says get back to the dugout, but that seemed to be the right call. He bunted the ball, but as he was running to first, when he exited the box, that ball hit him, and that is the rule, and he is out.
And you have 40 years of umpiring like Sparky Burns. I mean, you've seen not much you haven't seen, and he knew the call right away. So it'll be Tres Gonzalez, the lefty, opening offering. Misses away. Wareham 8, Orleans 4, 1 out, bases empty. Top of the 5th. That home run by Despina, Gareth, you mentioned that it barely got out. It was a 1-0. Misses away. It was 94 miles an hour off the bat and 311. So that's an out literally everywhere else in this ballpark except the left field line.
Yep.
2-0. Swing and a miss. Count 2 balls and 1 strike.
And we've seen the dimensions. You know, YD back on Saturday with the short center field, 352. Of course, here at Eldredge, 434. But then down the lines, 300 down the left field line, 314 down the right field.
2-1. Ball 3, says Sparky Burns. And the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Jeff Bramall coming in relief for the 2nd time this year, looking for the 2nd out of the 5th. 3-1. Swinging a line drive into left center field, a base hit. Tres Gonzalez able to hit one off the end of the bat, makes solid contact, and gets aboard. And there's one on as the top of the lineup comes up. And up comes Jim Jarvis. So 2nd hit of the inning for Wareham. Leads Orleans 8-4 in the top of the 5th. Wareham tying the most runs put up against this Orleans team. YD put up 8 at YD on Saturday. Throw to first. And a tag by Goodhart. And back with a head first slide is Gonzalez. Jarvis looks on, left-handed batter, 1 hit today, another throw to first, another head first slide from Gonzalez. Tres Gonzalez, T-R-E-S, not Trez. Did steal 3 bases last year, he does not go, and the first pitch home is a ball high. And the count 1 ball and no strikes to Jarvis. Bramall looks on, comes set at the bell. 1-0, runner goes and a swing straight back. Foul ball, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, Gonzalez got a huge jump off first base. That was going to be an easy steal. He timed Bramall perfectly to the point where Bramall pitched, and Gonzalez was beyond halfway to second.
Jarvis taps the plate once, looks towards Bramall. After a single, Gonzalez leads it first. See if he runs again. They're going to check on him. And he's back with a head first slide. The front of those all-white pants turning brown for all the sliding Gonzalez is doing. Lights at full go here at 8:35. 1-1. Strike 2 on the outside edge. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jarvis. A solo shot by Angelo Despina to lead off the inning. Home run to left. 8-4 Wareham. 1-2. Swinging a fly ball. Foul. Down the left field line. On to Route 28. No cars in danger. And we'll try it again at a ball and 2 strikes.
Interesting how Jim Jarvis in 2 strike counts, he chokes up on the bat at least 2 inches. I mean, it's the bat, he's barely swinging the bat. It's halfway up there.
Runner goes 1-2, swing and a miss. The throw on to second by McNiss. Not in time. Gonzalez gets the stolen base. Bramall gets the strikeout. And there's 2 away with a runner in scoring position in the top of the 5th. For Tres Gonzalez, That's his first stolen base of the summer. So up comes Tommy Troy, playing his first game in a Wareham uniform. But his Stanford hat, Gareth, fits with that uniform very well. Colors are almost perfect. First pitch. Strike on the outside edge. And the count, no balls and one strike to Tommy Troy. Tommy Troy had a terrific NCAA tournament for the Stanford Cardinal, who went far. 0-1. And he swings and fouls one off down the right field line towards the concession stands. The count, no balls, 2 strikes to him. He had 4 of his 10 home runs on the season in that NCAA tournament. Didn't hit for percentages very well, just 8 for 30, but picked up 11 RBIs. 0-2. Low. And the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Top 5 here at Eldridge Park. Wareham 8, Orleans 4. 2 outs and a runner at second base. Entres Gonzalez. Pramels 1-2. Swinging a pop-up. Back down the Orleans Firebirds dugout. Mickness going over. Mickness in front of the dugout. Can't make the catch. Well, he had a play on that one. Wind pushed it towards the dugout, but that should be out number 3. Mickness just missed it.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough play for Mickness. It's always tough for a catcher when they have to get out of their squat, take off the mask, and locate the ball. And in that case, Mickness had to run far to his right to try and grab that by the Orleans dugout. Another chance, luckily, for Troy.
1-2. And he swings and grounds one into right field, a base hit. Rounding third, on his way home is Gonzalez. He scores without a throw. Tommy Troy with an RBI single to right, making an impact here in Wareham in his first game. And it's a 9-4 Gatemen lead at Eldridge Park.
And it's the little things. Again, that previous pitch probably should have been out number 3. Orleans should be back in their dugout. Instead, next pitch, Troy laces a RBI single, and now it's getting back to being a sizable lead for Wareham.
Wareham advantage back to 5. Troy leads at first. He takes off. First pitch to the righty. Kern is a strike. No throw by Mickness. As Troy now adds a stolen base to his line on his first day with Wareham. Kern has singled and scored in the 4th in his last at-bat. 0-1. Troy takes off again, and the ball misses away. And how about 2 stolen bases for Tommy Troy?
Wow, he's just timing up Jeff Pramel, and there's been no contest from Justin Mickness, and that's what speed does for you, folks.
So now Troy moves from 270 feet away to 90 feet away, 1-1 to the plate. Kern takes a ball downstairs. And the count, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Troy only had 4 stolen bags on the spring for Stanford. Troy has half that total on just 1 at bat.
2-1. Swinging a foul over the top of the bird's nest. They count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. I'd say Wareham is pretty happy to have Tommy Troy the way he's played in this first game, Gareth.
Oh, well, certainly. Always can inject a team with life, a guy that comes from the College World Series and is in top form.
Pramel adjusts his jersey. He's already allowed 2 runs to come across in the 5th, trying to keep it that way. 2-2. High. And a full count with 2 outs. Tommy Troy, who's 90 feet away, won't get that much of a head start. Wareham leading Orleans 9-4. Top 5, 2 outs, 3-2 upstairs. And Cade Kern heads to first base with a walk. Up comes Owen Diodati. It will be the 7th batter of this inning. And looks like that will be it for Jeff Pramel. We'll step aside and come right back here at Eldridge Park. It's the Wareham Gatemen 9, the Orleans Firebirds 4. Top of the fifth, Wareham with runners to the corners and 2 outs, looking for more against this Orleans pitching staff. Welcome back to Miss Eldridge. Thanks for joining us. Carlo Jimenez alongside my partner Gareth Kwok. New pitcher on the mound for Orleans. It's the right-hander Michael Polk out of Georgia. Gareth, what do we know about Mr. Polk?
Yeah, Michael Polk making his 3rd appearance on the summer. He's thrown 2 2/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, but sort of the one thing that has been the issue with him so far has been the walks. He has 4 walks in those 2 2/3 innings pitched, so he hasn't made it easy on himself. And tonight, in this one, where it's a bullpen game and where the deficit is at 5, they just need him to throw strikes, kind of play to the defense here against Wareham. And so they're hoping that Polk can give them some relief here in the middle innings and serve as a bridge for the next guys to follow.
Michael Polk, for your right-hander, you're going to see a fastball that tops out around 93. He's got a changeup that goes 77 to 80, or curveball, excuse me, that's around 77 to 80, and he'll use the changeup that's 79 to 82. He likes to work the same part of the strike zone, away to righties and into lefties. See a little more off-speed to left-handed hitters as he gets his last couple of warm-up pitches in. 9-4 here at Eldridge Park. Boy, a lot of offense between these two teams. Headline of the night for the Firebirds, a grand slam by Jace Young in his final game with Orleans. That's all of the Firebirds runs. On the other side, Wareham has been able to put it together with some nice base running and taking advantage of mistakes by the Orleans pitching staff. 6 in the 3rd inning, 1 in the 4th, and 2 here in the 5th. Top 5, 2 outs, runners at the corners. Troy at 3rd, Kern at 1st, and Diodati, the left-handed hitter, at the plate. Michael Polk eyes Kern at 1st and deals home. And is swinging a foul. Gareth, we had this exact same situation back in the 3rd inning, or the 4th inning, excuse me, and Wareham ran the runner at 1st and brought the run home from 3rd. Do you think we'll see another 1st and 3rd play from the Gatemen?
I doubt it. With a hitter like Diodati, I mean, I think that's the last thing they want is to try and take the bat out of his hands with how well he's been swinging it lately.
0-1. Drops in for a strike. And quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Diodati. Polk just needs 1 out. Top of the 5th. Orleans trailing Wareham 9-4. Owen Diodati asking home plate umpire Sparky Burns about that last call. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. 0-2. Runner goes. Swinging a ground ball into the gap into right field, a base hit. Coming home to score is Troy. Rounding second on to 3rd goes Cade Kern. Owen Diodati, another RBI. This time a single, and it's 10-4 Wareham.
Perfectly executed little hit and run there. Diodati finding the right side of the infield, and he's been swinging the bat extremely well. I mean, every ball he's hit tonight has been square on the barrel. It's been some rock-solid contact.
So Diodati at first after his RBI. Kern at third. Top 5, 2 outs, 10-4 Wareham leads, and it's up to Jimmy Crooks, the left-handed batter. Polk deals. Crooks watches the first pitch strike. Count, no balls and 1 strike to him. Starting to get dark here at Miss Eldridge. And this pitching staff of Orleans that has been terrific in the beginning parts of the year has struggled tonight. 0-1. Wave and a breaking ball. And the count, no balls and 2 strikes to Jimmy Crooks. Crooks, anti-batting glove, Garrett.
He's a catcher, left-handed hitter. He may not switch hit, but reminds me of Jorge Posada, known for swinging barehanded, no gloves.
Chokes up on the bat, 0-2. Polk deals home. And a swinging a ground ball, third base side. Third baseman Locklear stabs it, throws across his body to first in time. Tyler Locklear with a nice play at third to end the top of the 5th. 3 more runs come across, and it's a 10-4 Wareham lead over Orleans here at Eldridge Park. Firebirds find themselves back down by 6 here on your Orleans Firebirds Radio Network.
And fans, tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Curry College. Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs including new majors in sport and recreation management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science. For more information, visit www.curry.edu. Tonight's broadcast is also sponsored by the 99 Restaurant and Pub, which is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls, piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. And tonight's broadcast is sponsored by Milton Cat. For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat, the Cape and Islands Caterpillar dealer, is proud to be a sponsor of today's game.
Thank you so much, Garrett. Do you practice those?
No, I do not.
Pretty good at that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
New pitcher on the mound for Wareham. It's Ian Villers, a right-hander out of Cal Berkeley. Villers came out of the bullpen a lot for the Golden Bears, team leading 29 appearances and 5 starts, went 4-1 with a 2.84 ERA. He was an honorable mention for California and was used as an opener 5 times in the season. This is his 2nd appearance with the Gatemen. His last one came against YD. He went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, struck out 2, and a 7-1 win for Wareham over the Red Sox. He'll start to face the 9-1-2 spots for the Orleans Firebirds. Mickness, Sprinkle, Thomas due up. As we welcome you back to the bottom of the 5th inning, another beautiful night in Orleans. Thanks for spending your Tuesday night with us. Crooks jogs out to talk to Ian Villers. Probably just going over signs here between Crooks and Villers. And now he jogs back. Mickness walked and scored back in the 3rd. Wareham 10, Orleans 4, bottom 5. First pitch. Misses inside. The count, 1 ball and no strikes. Mickness, a patient batter, has taken 4 walks this season. 1-0. Finds the bottom of the zone. And the count, 1 ball, 1 strike to him. Catcher out of Kent State only has 6 official at-bats because he's taken so many walks. 1-1. Low for a ball. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. All 4 runs coming for the Firebirds in the bottom of the 3rd thanks to a Jace Young grand slam. Since then, the offense has been quiet. 2-1 on the bottom of the zone, and the count evens up. 2 balls, 2 strikes to McNiss. Well, Gareth, it's the 5th inning, and those lights in right field are still on. I don't know about your bet here. 2-2. Swinging a ground ball down the right field line, just foul, says first base umpire Louis DeLuis.
Yeah, they're still up. They're still on down along right center field. But maybe not as bright. I swear, yesterday's they were really bright. So I don't know. We'll see, man.
The darker it gets, I think the more likely Sparky Burns says something. Is it bothering you?
No.
That's good.
I'm good. Is it bothering you?
I'm great.
Okay. Good to hear.
Villers looks on, 2-2 to McNiss. And he swings and cranks one up the middle on 2 hops. The shortstop Jarvis gloves it. Long throw to first in plenty of time. McNiss retired. Sounded like he snapped his bat there, Gareth, and there's one away.
Yeah, he shattered the bat. Villers pounded that fastball inside, and it just broke in half.
So the Jordan Sprinkle fan club alive and well. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. And I think all the offense in the last 2 games at Eldridge Park have shown up today. We had 3 combined runs in 18 innings coming into this one. First pitch. Strike on the inside to Sprinkle. Count, no balls, 1 strike. Jordan singled back in the 3rd and came around to score. 0-1. Swing and a miss. And he's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Sophomore out of UCSB. Quite the story. Didn't start to begin the year at UCSB. The 0-2 on its way. And he swings and misses and strikes out. As his at-bats are numbered here with the Firebirds before he heads to Team USA tomorrow. There's 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. So up comes Rylan Thomas, 0 for 2 today. The hottest hitter in the Cape Cod digs in. Top 5, 2 outs, base is empty. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. Villers deals home. Thomas swings at the first pitch, grounds it to short. Shortstop Jarvis charging, gloves it at the belt. From the infield grass, throws to first, and Thomas retired. 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. We'll head to the 6th inning here at Eldridge Park. It's the Wareham Gatemen 10, the Orleans Firebirds 4. But first, let's go to Noah Searson. Bullpen talk time. Take it away, Noah.
Appreciate it, Carlo. We're getting coordinated for another edition of Pen Talk. We'll call this 2.5 because there's kind of a lost Pen Talk yesterday. We won't talk about what happened in that one. But today we got another edition, and the question is simple. It's if there was a Hunger Games amongst all of the players on the team, who would win? So does anybody want to start with this one? Who are we placing bets on? Housley?
I am 100% placing my bet on Tyler Locklear. He's the biggest guy here. He's got tree trunks of a legs. I think he just slaughtered us all, if we're being honest here. Yeah, great beard, too.
Listen, if we're going to learn from experience, did the biggest guy win in the Hunger Games? No. That's why I think I'm going to take Rylan, just because I think he can run around and hide, sneak up on people when he needs to, and I think he's taking the cake all day long.
I'm taking the COVID captain, our athletic trainer, Morgan. Nurse me back to health if I ever get hurt. That's an easy win. Katniss Everdeen, Peter Millark.
Anybody else on this one, Hunger Games? Anybody else want to weigh in? Going one, going twice. All right, we got a couple good answers there. That was this edition of Pen Talk. What do you guys think? I'll throw it back to the booth. I want to hear who's winning the Hunger Games on the players. Back to you guys.
Gareth?
Wow, I was surprised the Rylan Thomas pick is an interesting one. I think you gotta like the little guys that can kind of run around and And if they can take care of themselves, they're evasive. I think I like that pick from Jonathan Cannon out there, Rylan Thomas.
I'm gonna have to go with Max Ragic.
Max Ragic.
I know that's an odd one, but I saw Max biking this morning, and he was in the zone. That was a determined man. That kind of determination, I'm picking him all the way.
What were you doing at Eldridge today?
Getting some running in. Right-handed batter Justin Williams looks on. He swings at the first pitch, lines it to first. Goodhart makes the catch, lunging to his right. First baseman playing his first game for Orleans, and he picks up a nice play, and there's one away. And we don't need to talk about what I was doing.
How hot was it today at that time?
Might have been 104. Maybe.
Maybe.
Felt like 104, according to my weather app. Angelo Despina, left-handed batter, looks on. Base is empty. Top of the sixth, 1 out. Wareham 10, Orleans 4 at Eldridge Park. Michael Polk looks on. And the first pitch. Breaking ball. Sparky Burns exclaims, "That's a strike." And the count, no balls and 1 strike. Polk looks on. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back behind Route 28. And the count, no balls, 2 strikes. I'm going to say, Gareth, I don't think those lights are getting turned off and right.
Well, I guess I was a little premature in my answer because we're in the 6th now and they still haven't been turned off.
I had all the confidence in you. I thought for sure by the 5th. Polk 0-2 to Despina. Skips in. Good block by the catcher, Mickness. Despina with the shortest home run you can pick up at Eldridge Park. His last time up, 311 down the left field line. It's 314 down the right field line. We want to talk about a ball just getting out of here. That was 94 off the bat. 1-2. And he swings and taps one right towards skipper Kelly Nicholson. Tries to grab it with the bare hand, but drops it.
I see you, Skip, out there, right out in front of the dugout.
You're gonna give him pops for dropping that thing?
Come on, he's already got a clipboard in his left hand. That was a fast one. Oh, come on now, this is his first time.
All right. Top 6, 1 out, base is empty. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. We've had 2. Time is called by Angelo Despina. A 0-0 tie here on Sunday, a 2-1 win here on Monday, and a 10-4 game in the 6th. The offense coming alive. 1-2. Strike 3 on the inside. Down goes Despina, and there's 2 away in the 6th inning.
88-mile-an-hour fastball from Michael Polk. That's where he's ranging at around tonight. It's just around the high 80s, couple of 90s, but it's that high 80s fastball, and he did a nice job to set up Despina there for the strikeout.
So up comes the right-handed batter, Jack Brannigan, with the bases empty and 2 gone. First pitch. Another nice breaking ball from Polk. Catches the outside. The count, no balls and 1 strike. Polk looking for the first 1-2-3 inning of the ball game for Orleans. Wareham has brought up as many as 11 in the 3rd. Their offense has been all over this one. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Still a good-sized crowd on the hill, down the right field line. Bugs are starting to come out. Gareth, you got your bug spray?
I did not, unfortunately.
0-2. Swinging a bouncing ball down the first baseline. First baseman Goodhart gloves it chest high, puts a fist in front of Michael Polk to tell him I got it, and steps on the bag. 3 up, 3 down for the first time today as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Wareham 10, Orleans 4 here at Eldridge Park. Welcome back to the bottom of the 5th inning. Thanks for joining us here at Eldridge Park. Gareth has put his bug spray on, and we are back.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I've seen so many bugs fly around this here behind home plate tonight. It's been, I mean, I guess it is the hottest and muggiest night of the summer we've had here in Orleans, and so they've been all flying around our equipment, flying around along our scorebook. It's definitely not enjoyable by any means, Carlo.
Well, now with your bug spray on, you should be fine.
I should be. We'll see.
Wareham 10, Orleans 4, bottom of the 6th. And it's the right-handed batter, Connor Cox, who singled and scored back in the 3rd. Villers still on the mound, big right-hander. He deals and misses away. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. You know, Connor Cox is a sleeper pick to win the Hunger Games, Gareth. Comes a 1-0. Strike on the outside edge. I feel like he's been a sleeper pick all year. Why wouldn't he be in the Hunger Games?
Well, what's your explanation for that?
Southern California guy. Knows how to work with the water in the hills. I don't know, 1-1. And he swings and hits one sharply up the middle. Nice play by Troy. The second baseman moving to his right. Gloves it at the ankles. Fires across his body to first. And Cox retired.
That's I mean, I think that's a good pick too. I mean, they're all picks that they all have their own interesting characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses. I'm sure that's another conversation for later, though. But
bottom of the 6th, base is empty, 1 out, and it's Jace Young, left-handed batter in his final game with Orleans. First pitch, low. They count 1 ball and no strikes. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. All 4 runs for Orleans credited as RBIs to this guy, Jace Young, 1-0. Sparky Burns says strike 1. And they count 1 ball, 1 strike. Jace with a grand slam to left at the time made it 6-4 Wareham. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Though Wareham able to get a run in the 4th and 3 in the 5th. And they're back up by 6. A 1-2. Way outside. And the count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Shift is on for Young. Wareham, the only team we've seen this season put on the shift. Jarvis, the shortstop, playing to the right of second base. Tommy Troy in the hole. And the first baseman, Despina, down the line. 2-2. Off the outside. Count runs full to Young. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Tuesday night matchup between the Gatemen and the Firebirds. Orleans falling to Wareham on Friday. 3-2. Foul back to the screen. Try it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Game that was very different than this one, Gareth.
Oh, sure has been. It's been all offense tonight. But Wareham with just another big inning than Orleans in this one.
3-2. Strike 3 at the knees. Young turned to go to first. Sparky Burns says not so fast. And there's 2 away. For Jace, that's his 10th strikeout in 7 games this season. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. 2 outs, bases empty, bottom 6. And it's up to Matt Goodhart to try to keep the bottom of the 6th alive. First pitch. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 on its way. Off the outside. They count 1 ball, 1 strike. An Orleans pitching staff that had given up 1 run in its previous 18 innings of work. surrendered 10 here through 6. We love to talk to some of the coaches before the game, Gareth, and they're saying, you know, we haven't had a game where the pitching and the hitting has both come. 1-1. Strike at the top of the zone. And the count of ball and 2 strikes. And that trend continues today. Got the hitting. Pitching nowhere to be found. 1-2. Swinging a hard hit foul down the left field line over Route 28. Count remains at a ball and 2 strikes. That pitch by Villers, 96. Goodard, who spent his first day here on the Cape with the Birdman as his host family. 1-2. And he swings and misses and strikes out. 1-2-3 in the 6th. That will do it as the Firebirds go in order. Let's toss it to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, with a report. Noah, what do you got?
Yeah, appreciate it, Carlo. So you just mentioned that Matt actually stayed with the Birdman himself for a night. He has another host family now. But Matt is not unfamiliar to Orleans. He spent a bit of time here in 2019, and he's a welcome addition. He hit 13 jacks as Arkansas Razorback this season, and overall was a great contributor as a hitter. And I talked to him a bit before the game, and while he only found out that he was coming to Orleans just a week or 2 ago, he said he was stoked to be back and just be in this environment. That's what everybody talks about, getting to play in front of the fans of Orleans and engage with the community and also play some great ball with some great guys. So Matt stayed with the Birdman, has been here in 2019, so very indoctrinated into Orleans culture, and once again, a very welcome addition. Not the ideal result there in that last at-bat, but Matt will surely have a bunch of great moments this summer. Guys, I'll send it back to you, though, for the end of this one.
All right, thanks so much for that, Noah Searson. Top 7 here. Wareham 10, Firebirds 4, and looks like we'll have a defensive substitution here for Orleans, and coming in now to play first base will be Jack Moss out of Texas A&M. So he's will come on in and he'll play first base. And meanwhile, it looks like also Jordan Sprinkle will be taken out of the game for Benjamin Blackwell. He'll be at shortstop now. So the 2 defensive changes for Orleans, Sprinkle out and Goodhart out. And for Wareham, they'll have 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Tres Gonzalez, Jim Jarvis, and Tommy Troy here dude up against Michael Polk out for another inning of relief. First pitch is a fastball down low for ball 1. Michael Polk already with an inning and a third in relief has allowed 1 run. No hits. Or pardon me, he's allowed only 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout as the 1-0 fastball is up high. Ball 2, 2-0. Gonzalez today is 1 for 2. Bounced out to first in the second, walked in the third, and then singled back in the 5th. 2-0 fastball on the outside corner at 89 miles an hour. That's a called strike. 2-1. A 6-run 3rd inning and a 4-run 5th inning have been the runs for Wareham. As that one chopped to first, Moss has it. We'll toss it to Polk at first. Not in time. The throw from Moss, the underhand feed was too high, and Polk had to jump up to grab it before Gonzalez is able to beat out the play. So the defense for Orleans, which already has 2 errors on the game, and we'll have to see what that official ruling is. Scoreboard has already switched the errors category from 2 to 3, so looking like an error on Jack Moss. First pitch to Jim Jarvis, hit on the ground to short. Blackwell's got it, feeds it to second for 1, throw to first, double play. And on 1 pitch, the base paths are erased, and there's 2 down now here in the 7th.
Big turn by that Firebirds defense. And now a chance for Polk to face the minimum in back-to-back innings, which would be huge after Orleans gave up 10 runs through the first 5.
Here's Tommy Troy, right-handed hitter from Stanford. First pitch, big curveball on the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 to Tommy Troy, who's had quite a nice debut here on the Cape tonight. 0-1. Fastball a bit outside. Count even at 1. Troy is 2 for 3. Walked back in the first. Infield hit in the third. Reached on the fielder's choice also in the third. And then an RBI single in the 5th as the 1-1 fastball is outside. 2-1 now. Not to mention he already also has a couple stolen bases beginning the summer in this game. The 2-1 from Polk. Breaking ball, tapped to Mickness. That's a fair ball, and Mickness is just going to toss it to first for the inning ending out. Troy thought that was a foul ball, and he did not start running, and Wareham manager Don Stenton trying to get an explanation from home plate umpire Sparky Burns, and just a little tapper out in front. A 1-2-3, 7th inning as Wareham goes down in order. We'll go to the last of the 7th, and we'll have our rendition of God Bless America here. Seventh inning stretch here from Eldridge Park. The youngsters leading the fans in Take Me Out to the Ball Game, as well as a nice God Bless America sung prior to that. So here we go now. On we go to the last of the 7th. As Tyler Locklear will dig in now to begin the bottom of the 7th. It's the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Locklear, DeLauner, and McKenzie dude up. Ian Villar's still out on the mound for Wareham. First pitch is down low for ball 1. Locklear today is 0 for 2. 1-0. Bounce down the third base line. That's foul. Count even now at At 1 to the VCU third baseman Tyler Locklear. Locklear reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning, but then was thrown out trying to advance to second on the wild throw. Ended up being a double play as the Wareham defense tried to turn 2. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Change-up swing and a miss there from Locklear, and it's now 1-2. And then he struck out back in the fourth, so he's been trying to regain his rhythm at the plate against a good right-hander, one of the best in the Pac-12, and Ian Villers out of Cal. 1-2 pitch, and the breaking ball swung on and missed for strike 3. Locklear down swinging for the second time tonight. And there's one away here in the bottom of the 7th. The only runs for Orleans tonight have come on a Jace Young grand slam back in the last of the third. Right-hander Villers versus the left-handed hitting Chase DeLauner. First pitch is low and in, ball 1.
In a game, Gareth, where you're down 6, bottom 7, it's going to be hard to come back, but a guy like Chase DeLauner, you'd love a hit. 1 for his last 17.
DeLauner swings and pops one up in the shallow right. Troy, the second baseman, calls for it, and he says he has it. He's got it for out number 2 now. Get this, Carlo. The last 12 Orleans hitters have all been retired. Wareham pitching has retired the last 12 hitters since that Jace Young grand slam. They have not gone to hit since, as McKenzie swings on the first pitch and fouls one back to the Orleans on deck circle for strike 1. So the Firebirds have been hitless since the last of the third, and that hit was the Young grand slam. They have not gotten anybody on base since. McKenzie on the 0-1, pops it foul along the left field line onto Route 28, and he's down quickly 0-2.
Well, Firebirds got no hit through 6th innings against Wareham last time out, and since that grand slam, they've been no hit through 4.
Ian Villers trying to complete a third inning of relief. The pitch on the outside corner, strike 3 called. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Villers has been terrific out of the bullpen for Wareham. He now has 3 shutout innings, and now 5 strikeouts. On we go now to the 8th here from Eldridge Park. It's Wareham 10, Orleans 4. We'll return here on the Birds Broadcast Network.
Well, let's bring you scores from around the Cape Cod Baseball League. We brought you that YD defeated Harwich earlier today. Katuitt takes down Hyannis. We'll play them tomorrow on the road. They win that one 8-1. And the other game going on right now, top of the 8th at Chatham, and Falmouth leading the Anglers 4-1 at Veterans Field. That's the scores around the league. Only 4 games going on today on this Tuesday night in the Cape Cod.
All right, well, there you have it. No ties this time, at least, it seems like. We're not going to have a YD. YD's not going to have a tie for the 3rd game in a row. They're going to actually win one against Harwich, 6-4. So I'm sure that one has got to feel good over there for the Red Sox. That's definitely an odd occurrence. And, of course, the new Cape League rules for this 2021 season is if it's tied after 9, the game's over. There will be no extra innings to prevent overuse with arms on the mound. So it'll end in a tie, and for both teams, they'll at least grab a point in the standings, so it doesn't go without some sort of gain. But we go down to the 8th. Michael Polk still in this ball game for Orleans. He has pitched 2 in the 3rd innings of scoreless relief and has allowed just 1 hit. So he's done a nice job providing some stability out of the bullpen, and he will now face the heart of the Wareham order. Cade Kern, Owen Diodati, and Jimmy Crooks, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters dewed up. With Wareham up by 6, 10-4. First pitch is a breaking ball, and it catches the outside for a called strike, 0-1. Kern tonight is 1 for 3. Had a single back in the fourth. Swings and misses that pitch outside, and it's now 0-2. Orleans will be on the road at Catuit tomorrow from Lowell Park. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside. Call the ball. 1-2 to Cade Kern from The Ohio State University. That will be a 5 p.m. first pitch from Lowell Park. 1-2 pitch. Kern pops it up first base side. First baseman Moss in foul ground. Behind the first base coach's box. He makes the catch with one hand for out number 1. So 1 gone, and here is Diodati now. Diodati has had himself another nice night at the plate. Couple of RBI hits, including an RBI double back in the third. He's got 2 runs batted in today, and he hits a hard ground ball on the first pitch to Young, and he kicks it off his leg, and it will roll out to shallow right. Diodati will reach on the E4. Jace Young, who's been so sure-handed at second base defensively, in addition to his power hitting. And for Orleans, it's the 4th error of the game. Prior to this game, they had just 2 errors all summer, all week long, and now they have 4 in this one. Very uncharacteristic of the Firebirds as Crooks, left-handed hitting catcher from Oklahoma, swings and misses at the first pitch breaking ball. 0-1.
Hey, Garrett, this game far from over, but this homestand has not been friendly to the Firebirds. 4 wild pitches yesterday, 4 errors today.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball on the outside corner, taken for a called strike 2, so it's 0-2 now to Crooks. Crooks tonight is 0 for 3. He walked back in the third, but is hitless in his 3 other at-bats. Diodati at first, reaching on the air by Jace Young. Here's the 0-2. Crooks lines one into right field. Cox coming in. He's going to have to play it on a couple of hops as it falls for another hit. Over to second goes Diodati. Crooks picks up his first hit of the ball game, and he's now at first. And now Michael Polk has run into his first jam of the night for the right-hander out of Georgia. And he's going to face now Justin Williams out of Penn State.
Yeah, after facing the minimum in back-to-back innings, Polk finds himself with 2 on. Although that breaking ball is working for him today. So we'll see if he leans on that to the right-handed batter. Likes to work the outside against righties.
Williams, right-handed hitter out of Penn State, the third baseman. First pitch, takes a big curveball right down the middle for a called strike. 0-1. Williams is 1 for 3. He did have an RBI sac fly back in the third to center. Drive in one of the 10 runs for the Gatemen. Takes a called strike on the outside corner with the fastball. It's now quickly 0-2. Wareham with 10 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Firebirds with 4 runs on 3 hits and 3 errors. Nothing in 2 to Justin Williams with runners on second and first and 1 gone. Couple looks over at second. Deals. Swing and a miss. Got him with the 87-mile-an-hour heater. Past Williams, and there's 2 down now here in the 8th.
Michael Polk has really impressed this year for Orleans in the early going. Only was able to go 2/3 against YD back on Saturday after giving up 2 walks and a 1 run. But in this outing and then in opening night against Harwich, he has looked calm, in control, and hitting his spots on the mound.
Here's Angelo Despina, the first baseman out of Mercer, who stands in now. 2 down, 2 on. 10-4 Gatemen. First pitch is a breaking ball low. Ball 1 to the left-handed hitting Despina. Despina tonight is 1 for 3 as well. And a home run down the left field line, a solo shot back in the 5th. To the 300 marker here at Eldridge. And he flies one well out to left center field. Thomas ranging over to his left, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error. 2 are left stranded in the top of the 8th for Wareham. We move now to the bottom of the 8th. Firebirds have some work to do on offense, and we'll be right back here on the Birds Broadcast Network. Bottom 8 here from Eldridge Park. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. Firebirds with only a couple more chances to try and cut into the deficit. A 6-run third inning for the Gatemen to open up the game, really put Orleans out of rhythm offensively. And then 4 runs in the 5th inning after Orleans responded back in the bottom half of the 3rd on a Jace Young grand slam. But since, the Firebirds have been really cold with the bats since that Young grand slam. The last 13 Firebirds have been retired. No hits since the bottom of the 3rd. Ian Villers remains in the ball game for Wareham, and this is going to be his 4th inning of relief as left-handed hitting catcher Justin Mickness swings at the first pitch and pops one up. This is going to go out of play on the Route 28 down the left field line. Strike 1. Mickness today has walked and has bounced out to short. 0-1. The pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. Diodandi long run to his right, and he makes the catch. Along right on the foul line in left field for out number 1.
Well, the wind has come down a little bit, Gareth, but that ball still well down the left field line. Diodati had to go a long way to get to it.
Benjamin Blackwell will pinch it here for Jordan Sprinkle after taking over for Sprinkle earlier on at short. And Blackwell, little soft liner in the right center field, a base hit. Benjamin Blackwell picks up his first hit of the summer. He had been in such a funk at the plate prior. He was 0 for 9 coming into that at bat, and that's got to feel good for Blackwell, picking up his first hit on the Cape with a base hit to right center field. And now Rylan Thomas, who's hitless in 3 at-bats, will get his turn now against Ian Villers. And now Villers will turn and toss to first to check on Blackwell. Blackwell safe.
Yeah, Gareth, Blackwell was 0 for 9 with 7 strikeouts. How good does that hit feel for him?
I mean, you don't care how it comes. You'll just take them, even if it's not pretty. But that one was a nice clean single to right center. Rylan Thomas takes a first pitch fastball on the outside corner. Called a strike, 0-1.
And with Jordan Sprinkle's departure, you know, Peyton Chatinier is waiting to come on. He'll start at second tomorrow, but that shortstop position is up for grabs.
Thomas, little ground ball to second. Troy to second for one. Jarvis's throw to first. That's a double play. Inning over. Tommy Troy to Jim Jarvis to Angelo Despina. 4-6-3 to end the threat. Orleans, no runs on one hit. No errors, none left stranded. We go to the ninth. It remains a 10-4 lead for the Gatemen when we come back here on the Birds Broadcast Network. But before we go to the ninth inning, let's send it now down to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson.
All right, guys, so not a great day for the Firebirds, but we still got a little bit of trivia. If you forgot, the question that we had today was, who was the latest former Firebird to make his debut in the MLB? We had a couple different answers, but the correct answer is Lars Newbart, USC alum. And Ben on Twitter, you got that one right, so shout out to you. And thanks for all the participants once again. We love to see people participating in the trivia. It's becoming a bigger and bigger thing every week. So we'll have another edition when we're at home on Friday, so look out for that. But for now, let's send it back to you guys. Carlo and Gareth, take this one away for the finale.
All right, thanks so much, Noah. Once again, appreciate all our fans participating in our trivia for home games. And new pitcher now for Orleans. Michael Polk's night is done. It's going to be now the right-hander out of Arizona State University, Nick Wallerstedt. Wallerstedt, so far, his numbers through 2 appearances with the Firebirds. He's thrown an inning and 2/3, 1 strikeout, 2 walks over 1 hit. Last appeared against YD on Sunday in the scoreless tie, and he did his job. He came in, faced 2 hitters, retired both of them, including 1 strikeout, before then giving way to the rest of the relievers out of the bullpen. So Wallerstedt will get the 9th here against Wareham. And for Michael Polk, very nice job out of the bullpen. 3 1/3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. I think the big thing, Carlo, the no walks for Michael Polk today, something that has plagued him in the last couple of games. And there you go, no walks. That's some improvement there from the Georgia right-hander.
Yeah, that's the big thing he wants to work on, control, this summer. Every guy's got their list of things they want to improve before they go back to school. And Michael early showing some improvement.
So a pinch hitter here now for Jack Brannigan here in the 8th spot, as Cade Fergus will pick up a bat, and he will dig into the right-handed batter's box against Nick Wallerstedt, and getting that bat off the bench. First pitch, Fergus swing and a miss on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1. So Fergus, the rising junior from George Washington University, 0-1 pitch, and a slider that runs outside for ball 1. 1-1. Fergus, who was in the starting lineup against Orleans back on Friday at Wareham, and he hit a home run to right center field off of Hayden Thomas back in the first. Takes a 1-1 breaking ball on the outside corner for a called strikes, and the count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. And it skips in the dirt past Justin Mickness. And the count now 2-2. It's Fergus, Gonzalez, and then Jarvis. The 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up here in the 9th. The pitch, fastball, right down the middle. Fergus knew it, and that's strike 3 called for out number 1 here in the 9th. So nice job by Nick Wallerstedt to get Cade Fergus out, and now here is Gonzalez. First pitch to Gonzalez, breaking ball, right down the middle for a called strike. It's 0-1. Gonzalez today, 1 for 3 with a single back in the 5th. The pitch, fastball is inside. Ball 1, 1-1. Wareham 10, Orleans 4. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Broken bat, ground ball to short. Blackwell on the high hop, throws on the run in time to get Gonzalez out by a step. 2 down here in the 9th.
Yeah, Gareth, and Nick Wallerstedt's one of those guys who's maybe on the bubble to stay on this permanent roster. He's currently on the temporary roster, but there's still 2 Vanderbilt pitchers coming in. So for Kelly Nicholson, he's going to have a tough decision to make. But Wallerstedt can make a nice case for himself here after having a strong outing 2 nights ago against YD.
Here's Jarvis, the leadoff man. First pitch, inside corner, a called strike. 0-1 to Jim Jarvis, who's been very productive at the plate today. A run scored and a 2-run single back in the 3rd inning, and he pops one foul down the left field line out of play. It's now 0-2. Firebirds in the last of the 9th will have Connor Cox, Jace Young, and Matt Goodhart, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, due up in their last opportunity. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul down the left field line, and it's 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch from Wallerstedt popped up down the left field line, out of play. And so we'll do it again, 0-2. Wallerstedt working from the windup, trying to send this to the last of the 9th. Here's the pitch. Jarvis hits one well out to right field. Cox looking up at the wall. It's off the wall. Jarvis digging for second. Here's the throw into second. Not in time. Pretty close play at second, and I think Jarvis thought that was going to be a for sure double. He just sort of strolled into second, standing up, thinking he was easily going to get it. But that throw from Cox, a nice 2-hopper from the warning track and right, made it much closer than I think Jarvis had expected. But he's in at second, and now here is Tommy Troy. Troy. First pitch from Wallerstedt, swing and a miss with a hard fastball. 0-1. Troy tonight is 2 for 4. An RBI knock back in the 5th inning. He's had a nice first game on the Cape with Wareham. Coming straight out of the College World Series. A 1 pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Justin Mickness. Count even now at 1. Jarvis at second, Nick Wallerstedt on the mound versus Tommy Troy. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball inside. Troy tied up 1-2, and Carlo, that seemed like a pretty unnecessary revving up of the engine in our background there, right along Route 28.
There's some street racing going on.
I suppose so.
Glad we're not on the roads. We got a safe driver, don't we, Gareth?
Yep, that's our sideline reporter, Noah Searson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look over at second, the pitch. Breaking ball, outside corner, strike 3 called. A pair of strikeouts for Nick Wallerstedt in a scoreless 9th. Last chance now for the Firebirds to try and even things up or win the game. 6 to tie, 7 to win. We'll be back here on the Birds Broadcast Network. 10-4 Wareham when we come back. Yep. And welcome back to the Birds Broadcast Network. Gareth Kwok alongside Carlo Jimenez for the last of the ninth. Final opportunity for Orleans here to rally, and they're going to do it here against the right-hander, the rising sophomore from Air Force, Paul Skeens. He's a 6'6", 245-pound right-hander from Lake Forest, California. Mr. Jimenez, what do we know about Paul Skeens out of the Air Force?
Yeah, Paul Skeens is one of the more decorated players to come out of the Air Force. It was an All-American, first-team All-American selection by 3 different outlets. Was the only player in the nation to have 11 saves and 11 home runs, and was National Co-Freshman Player of the Year by Collegiate Baseball News. This is a guy scouts came to see.
Most certainly. All the scouts waiting to see how Skeens does on the hill. First pitch to Connor Cox is fastball high and inside for ball 1. 94 miles an hour from Skeens, and the count 1-0.
Skeens was impressive on the mound, Gareth. 2.7 ERA.
Cox takes another fastball on the outside corner. That's a called strike, 1-1.
But it was almost more impressive in the batter's box. Hit .410. What do you do when you're so good at both?
Swing and a miss. 1-1 fastball at 90 miles an hour. Cox can't catch up, so now it's 1-2 to the Long Beach State right fielder. Cox, Jace Young, and Matt Goodhart, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, dewed up here for Orleans. One-two pitch. Swing and a miss. All fastballs from Paul Skeens right past Connor Cox. And there's one away here in the 9th. And so Jace Young in his final at-bat before he heads off to Team USA tomorrow afternoon. He will stand in here and has driven in the only runs of the game for the Firebirds today with a grand slam. Back in the 3rd. First pitch from the right-hander from Air Force is high and outside, ball 1. Young has bounced out to second in the 1st, grand slam to left center in the 3rd, and then a strikeout looking in the 6th. 1-0 pitch, fastball right down the middle, a called strike 1, count even at 1. Paul Skeens will be also headed to Team USA soon as well. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball outside. It's 1-2. He's the 5th Falcon all-time to play for Team USA, the first since 1980. So congratulations to Paul Skeens. Will be headed off to USA Baseball. It's complex very soon as Young swings and misses on the pitch outside for strike 3. And now Orleans down to their final out. 2 down here in the 9th. And Matt Goodhart, or pardon me, Jack Moss will now come in and pinch hit here.
Probably the first of many at-bats between Skeens and Young. Both going to Cary, North Carolina. And it's 1-0 Skeens.
Here's Jack Moss out of Texas A&M, the future Aggie. First pitch, breaking ball, slider, ties him up, swing and a miss. 0-1. Moss getting his first at-bat, swings and fouls one off to the left, and now down to their final strike, 0-2. Jack Moss, who committed to Texas A&M last Wednesday, it's just 1 for 13 on the summer, trying to keep the game alive. 0-2. Fastball is up high. Check swing. No, says third base umpire Larry Rosenberg.
Moss, another guy like Blackwell, rooting for to get a hit.
1-2. Swing and a miss. Moss goes down swinging, and that is the ball game. Paul Skeens strikes out the side. Here in the bottom of the 9th, and Wareham picks up their 3rd win on the summer. They improved to a record of 3 4-1. Orleans, they fall to a record of 3-4-1 as Wareham wins it by a final score of 10-4. So we end this game at 9:48 p.m. local time. So total time in this one, 2 hours and 50 minutes. As Wareham picks up their second win over Orleans this season. And they hadn't won a game since that Friday, so now they come back and do it this time on home turf of Orleans. And our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, is going to try and get with Jace Young in a bit of a second, but tough one for the Firebirds on this homestand. They're going to end this three-game homestand with just one win, one loss, and then the tie. The tie coming against YD, the loss coming here today, and then the win against Harwich. They'll be back out on the road beginning tomorrow at Cotuit, a 5 p.m. first pitch from Lowell Park. And so stay tuned for that for our broadcast. First pitch at 5 p.m. from Cotuit, and we'll have pregame at 4:45. But for now, we'll send it out to our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, who has Jace Young with them. Whenever you're ready, Noah, take it away.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Gareth, and I got Jace on the sidelines with me. Jace, I know it's not the result you guys were looking for tonight, but if we take it back earlier in the game, they kind of punched you early on, got a lot of runs on the board, but you were able to hit one over, and it actually counted this time. Grand slam. What did that feel like to finally hit a home run, be able to do that to your team and kind of inject a little bit of energy into the squad?
Oh, it was awesome. Just getting a good pitch and putting a good swing on it and being able to put us back in the game a little bit because it was 6-0 and 6-4 is a big difference. And, it was awesome experience.
And I know that you're headed to Team USA now tomorrow, Firebirds fans. A little sad that that's happening. I know you and Jordan both headed to Team USA, both fan favorites. But when you reflect on your time as an Orleans Firebird, this week and a half of play, interacting with fans, getting to play in the Cape Cod Baseball League, what will you miss most when you leave tomorrow?
I think just the atmosphere and the players. Everybody's got a nice bond here, and the atmosphere here to play here in Orleans is awesome. The energy's here every night. Fans show out every night, and the teammates. They're great teammates. You love to have them on your team.
Jace, we're going to miss you a lot. I know Firebirds are going to miss, fans are going to miss you a lot, but we'll definitely be keeping tabs on you at Team USA. Jace, thank you so much for this interview and the whole season. Going to be fun watching Jace, Jordan, and the rest of the guys on Team USA. But for now, I'll send it back to you guys in the booth. I know you got somebody to interview too.
All right, thanks so much, Noah. And I'm sitting here now with University of Georgia right-hander Michael Polk. Michael, you had 3 1/3 innings of scoreless relief. No walks for you, 2 strikeouts. That had to feel good out on the mound tonight, did it?
Oh, it felt great. I've been working on some stuff with our pitching coach, and it's great to finally figure it out again.
What's it been like hanging out with your teammate Jonathan Cannon and just you guys spending time here out on the Cape? What's that been like?
Oh, it's awesome. Last year he was my roommate, and we drove here together all the way from South Carolina, and I love the kid. I live with him pretty much, so. Yeah.
What's going to be the key? A little bit of an uncharacteristic performance from the bullpen tonight, but what's it going to take for you guys to get back on track beginning tomorrow against Cotuit?
Just throw strikes. We got to land breaking balls and fastballs. We got to throw strikes and no walks and continue doing what we know how to do.
Well, Michael, great outing for you today, and we'll see you out there tomorrow. Hopefully you can keep doing your thing.
Absolutely.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
So, Michael Polk, thanks again for stopping by, and that is going to wrap it up here in Orleans. Wareham with the 10-4 victory. And losing pitcher for Orleans is going to go to Connor Thurman, who had a tough outing on the mound. 1 2/3 innings, gave up 2 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned. Also had 3 walks and 1 strikeout as well. And meanwhile, for Wareham, their winning pitcher will go to Ian Villers, and Ian Villers really pitched phenomenally out of the bullpen. He also had 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, and 5 strikeouts, as our own sideline reporter Noah Searson is going to stand by here. In 1 second, we're going to try and reach out to Noah. Noah, what do you have for us? Noah's maybe trying to get in touch with the player. And but for now, he's going to stand by with our manager, Kelly Nicholson. Noah, whenever you're ready, take it away.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Garrett. So I'm standing sidelines here with the skip, Kelly Nicholson. And Skip, I know it wasn't exactly the greatest game for you guys tonight, but when you're thinking about games like this, it's a long season. The great thing about the Cape Cod Baseball League is you get to do it again the next day. So when you're talking to the guys tonight and on the bus ride tomorrow to Katuitt, what's your message to them? Because games like this can be deflating, but it can also be a learning moment.
Yeah, I think we want to focus on what we did positive out there tonight. We did some crummy things in that game. We didn't pitch particularly well, and we had some defensive lapses, and I think we only had maybe 5 or 6 hits. I was telling Trooper in the dugout, normally in this league when you score 4 runs, you're going to win, especially when the wind's blowing in. But we didn't play very well. Wareham played better than we did tonight, and they deserve to win. Tomorrow's a day to go 1-0. It's another day to be successful, and we just have to flush it and kind of hit the reset button and go get Katuitt tomorrow, and then we have an off day on Thursday.
Yeah, and tonight was also the last time, at least for now, we'll be seeing Jordan and Jace. So when you think about their time with the Firebirds, both of them were very key. In the week and a half they did play, headed off to Team USA now. What can you say about their contributions, not only as players on the field, but people engaging with the community and being overall great teammates? Yeah, that's a really good point. No, I pulled both of those guys aside today before they went out for catch play, and I said, I've been up here a pretty long time and seen some pretty good players and some really good young men, but I don't know if I've seen 2 guys that are as good as those kids are, that have the high character that they have as well. You're going to see those guys play in the major leagues one day. I'm pretty confident. The ability, the character, the work ethic, they're good teammates, they're coachable, respectful. They check every box. And besides that, they're super talented. So, yeah, we're going to miss them. But, boy, the USA Baseball has a couple great representatives to represent the red, white, and blue. Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely miss them. But Firebirds fans, be sure to check out Jordan and Jace on Team USA. Skip, thank you so much for your time, and good luck traveling to Katuitt. See you tomorrow. Thank you, Noah. Guys, this broadcast, I know it was a tough loss, but we get to do it tomorrow, like I said. So preview that Katuitt matchup. And from the sidelines, I'm saying goodbye.
All right, thanks so much, Noah Searson. Of course, again, good words from our skipper, Kelly Nicholson. And, I mean, he hits it right on the nail. Jordan Sprinkle, Jace Young, 2 of the classiest guys you'll ever meet. And, Jordan Sprinkle talking to us before the game, and, he's been nothing but nice to us, and we hope he comes back here as well as Jace. Of course, it's really all dependent on how Team USA goes and how they feel with their body. But, Carlo, let's sort of preview tomorrow at Katuitt. First time Firebirds will be at Lowell Park this season, and Orleans able to take the win the first time they played the Kettleers on last Thursday here at Eldridge Park. They won 6-4. The story of the game, though, more or less Katuitt kind of gifting Orleans opportunities in that one. 6-4 win. Firebirds had a 4-run third inning in that game, but it was mostly because of a lot of walks. As a matter of fact, there were in that inning itself, there were 5 walks from Kettleers pitching that kind of just kept the line moving, kept the base runners going 90 feet. And so will we see that again tomorrow? We'll have to see. But for now, Orleans fans are hoping that they can find a little bit of rhythm, because it's been a little bit choppy. Win, loss, tie, you haven't been able to get on a bit of a streak here.
Yeah, Katuitt, since we've seen them, are 3-2, and they kind of like this Orleans team, Gareth. They put up 16, then 2 runs, then 9 runs, then 5 runs, then 8 runs. So it's been the offense is there or it's not, and it's been very inconsistent. Hopefully the Firebirds catch them on a bad day tomorrow, but it's a Katuitt ball club with a lot of offensive power, and the Firebirds staff needs to be better tomorrow if they want to win.
Certainly they have to be better. the staff will have to be better tomorrow. The hitting will have to definitely pick itself up. Remember, there will be no Jace Young and Jordan Sprinkle for the foreseeable future, so new guys are going to have to step up in and produce offensively in order for the Firebirds in order for them to get victories moving forward. That's going to do it for us here from Eldridge Park. For my partner, Carlo Jimenez, for our sideline reporter, Noah Searson, and our entire crew, thank you again for tuning in to this coverage of Orleans Firebirds baseball. Wareham wins this one 10-4 here on this Tuesday. We will again see you tomorrow night at Katuitt, 5 p.m. first pitch. We'll have pregame roughly at around 4:45, 4:50. So stay tuned for that Wednesday matchup against the Kettleers from Lowell Park. And again, just want to clarify for the fans out there, away games are audio-only broadcast. We don't have video available, so we have the audio only. We treat it as a radio broadcast, so just wanted to clarify that for our listeners out there that are wondering where's the video for a road broadcast. So that's going to do it for us, and we will see you all tomorrow.